Wait, what musical is that from?
Hmm? What?
What musical is that from?
Epic the musical, which is not yet a musical.
Ah, yeah. Which
Skyla.
song is it?
Skyla. Priscilla, sorry.
Ah,
Priscilla.
ah.
This is our only way home. Is
Okay. It,
down.
Ty, I know she's gonna. I know Musa's gonna be with us later. In that case, we're just going to have to attempt out her since we've waited long enough. Um,
The computer is not computing.
That's some cinematic skills that we can have in order to try to escape Alpha.
yes. Unfortunately, I'll try my best to adjust to it as we go along. Um, but
If not, we'll just all perish. It's okay.
well, we'll see. Um, we'll see how it goes so far without Ty. To start off, D and Lavender, I need you to make a what's it called? Oh my god,
Stealth roll.
initiative.
Huh?
Initiative.
Initiative.
Should I have flag roll as well since while this is happening, as we're part of the power movement?
Yeah, I forgot what specifically you had because I was gonna give you a roll from last session. Obviously, it's been a while, so go ahead and read it.
Okay, where did I put it? Where's my sheet? Where are you?
And I suppose we could just have like Korak's turn also be Tulsi.
Yeah, we're at the
Let's do. Wow. Wonderful. My wonderful and terrible.
I know how to sub out Asking Common or Orcish.
He's gonna move anyways.
There.
Because Alpha already knows. By the way, Alpha is a she.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, I gotta roll one.
Hopefully that 12 was
I'll let you know that wasn't DJ.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yep.
Traverse the zone. my squeaks are going to be remembered throughout the ages.
Squeak, squeakity, squeak, squeakerson.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. We're gonna be using the art map from before. I don't quite have like an entire thing set up, but generally speaking, that is what's happening. So basically, at the start, the first person is going to go. This individual will move closer into some direction, and it's going to dash to get there. That'll be its turn. D, it's next. You're next. Go ahead. So basically, you just heard a large sound. There's a big dent, and you can see what is essentially a big fiery claw trying to break through the fence.
Give me.
Basically, it hasn't gotten through, so you guys have some time to react and like maybe do something. But as it stands right now, it'll probably take one turn to get through it. Yeah, and before like in next turn. What would you like to do?
I'm sorry, I was not prepared for this because I was not here last session.
Yeah, just shoot. Sorry. Last action.
D woke up and was being attacked.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's. You know what? Let's do a quick recap before we start. I'm sorry.
Forgot.
You're good.
Yeah. Last session, we had a sort of mini session where people were planning everything. Lavender and Ty basically had their own discussion, talking about their plans of what to do along with Jay. Ty specifically was trying to figure out some particular notions and what to do.
Have fun.
And while they basically then continue to work on Vice on the outside, Korak and Tolkien were plotting on how to get back to the group after the miscommunication where they were apparently Tolsmir had believed that they were all getting out all at once, which was not the case, as there are civilians in this tavern alongside with you guys. Essentially, they were going to try the initial plan, at least from what Jay and the tavern people were understanding, is that we're going to collect the forest, we're going to collect the spirits in the forest, and try to help distract one of the groups. They themselves are going to choose who they're going to distract, or like try to see who they're going to help, because basically after the accidental miscommunication, Tolsumir and Korak have left the portal, leaving Alpha aware of their plans, which means more than likely Beta and Delta are now aware. So they are planning to go back inside to try and save the rest of the people and distract maybe Alpha, Beta, or Delta. They've agreed to try and distract Delta, or they've agreed to try and distract them. More likely, they might try to distract Delta, just given the fact that they, in order to get back inside, through the way that Tolsumir and Quark mentioned previously in the conversation, Delta would probably be in the way, and that's probably the best person to try and distract. That's Alpha and Beta as an issue.
Two. Hard one like that.
Yeah. The third one will be distracted while the other two are That being the case, after basically from the outside you hear a crack, like the shattering of glass, and then you hear a large crash as if some buildings were to basically be attacked and destroyed in a rage of some type. And something is rapidly returning as the space, the fog which was keeping you here, kind of closes back in. That being said, the next thing you hear is something trying to rip through the door, and you see, and you basically see some kind of claw trying to enter its way through as it dents through this thick, really thick. Basically, it's like the equivalent of lead, but it's like a foot of lead. It's like magical metallic lead that is being dented. The creature looks like it's about to break inwards and about around. So basically, roughly this turn, it'll probably be able to do something, but you have an opportunity to do something first on the stand. What would you like to do?
You said
Hmm.
Because you are first initiative. Oh, second initiative.
Give me a minute. It wasn't letting me click on the tab I wanted.
How much of it is inside the building already?
It's still outside the building. Basically, from what you guys are aware, so for what D Lavender and Jay are aware, the door just immediately like dented inwards, but it's basically on the outside because it's like a football. It's like you know how like when you have really like a semi-thick.
It's like the cartoon effect of a door caving inwards or something, but not
Yeah.
not really
Yeah.
breaking through, but it's like got this big old dent that's not possible.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, so the claw is not through the door just yet.
No, but it's like denting it. Basically, by this turn, it will break it in.
I
So
think that door's integrity is not gonna last another turn.
exactly. Literally, this initiative right now is probably more or less when it might break in.
Are there people around that doorway, or
Basically,
made
you're.
out of metal or wood or stone somewhere?
What can you repeat that last bit?
What is the surrounding material? I'm guessing the door is made out of metal.
The doors. Basically the.
And like they reinforce the walls and windows or something, but I don't know what.
Yes. So basically, what had happened was that Jay had reinforced the outside with metallic elements, but the inside is still a regular tavern made of wood, and the only thing that was like really thick metal was probably the door.
Yeah,
They
it's got hinges.
Yeah.
Be
They
able to-
boarded up the windows with like some of his tech, basically to keep things out, but this door had essentially been compromised.
Okay.
It's D's turn, but I'm thinking.
Yes.
So, their next hit, their next hit is their hand is definitely going to go through the door, right?
You take it. It's like a cartoon. Again, it's like a cartoonish, like impossible dent. But you take a guess that it would take. It won't take it very long to try and break it. Regardless if it might do anything afterwards that would give you an edge, you're not entirely sure, but it will probably. So you can either prepare
Okay.
something or like I don't know, try to figure something out.
Yeah. I thought about using mending, but mending takes a minute to cast.
It also has a limit on how big of a thing it can mend.
Okay, D was thinking key by a few extra seconds, not barricade the door.
No worries, I'm also thinking. So I think our two options is prepare for battle or reinforce it so we can kind of buy people time to get to the other side of the building. I don't know where they would go, but it would eventually result in battle, us fleeing outside. But of course I can't say any of this because now with Vladimir just, oh my, panicking. He's got a 4. He rolled a 4. Initiative, so he's not. That's cool. I hate this town. He doesn't go straight to that.
Okay. I am going to prepare I'm going to prepare my last bottle of acid on 5 of my bolts.
Okay. Do you want to prepare an action?
Yeah, I want to prepare an action. Can I do the acid on the bolts and prepare the action to shoot as soon as the claw comes through?
Yeah, I'll say a bonus. I'll say to prepare it, given like you were pretty quick on the draw, and you have enough time to use a bonus action to prepare your arrows.
Okay.
And prepare your regular actions.
Yeah.
So
Then
you want to wait for it to break through.
there is literally nothing else I can do. Everything else I have can only work if if they come through the door.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ah,
How are you positioning yourself though?
good question.
Are you gonna be like behind cover? Are you going to like
Question. Are we on no, that's not what I wanted to do. Are we on Roll20 or did you just draw something and put it in the server somewhere?
Yeah, it's in VC chat.
Okay.
This is the map of the greater thing, but I don't have anything.
Okay. No, you said drawn thing and I didn't know what you were talking about.
No, the drawn thing in the VC chat, that's the map of the...
Yeah, that's the overall map. Gotcha.
Yeah. I
Okay.
had a lot of 8-hour days this week, plus the fact that I had to stay an extra 2 hours from it, so I had a 10-hour day because of
Yeah.
oh boy.
So, you know, it's fun getting yelled at by customers who are idiots and then want to like, you know, whatever.
Oh, I remember
They're
that.
good.
Well, they continue to do that. It's
They're like,
it's more irritating than it is terrifying.
Yeah, I had one when I worked at Big Lots, I had one customer threaten to beat me because I asked them to wear a mask.
Yeah, those are...
This was in 2020.
Yeah, those are...
over time. We can
But as for where D is standing, I think D is going to be far enough that D can use a bolt, but not like directly in front of the door, like off to the side in case something comes shooting out of the door.
I will say that right now, basically, hold on, let me see if I don't know where my Apple Pencil is, so I'm just gonna draw this on a piece of paper and send it to you guys.
sounds good.
That is fine. Fine. Sit. Words.
Old grid paper going back to the basics, to the way of living before.
I have one cantrip that I still haven't chosen yet because I keep forgetting to do so, and I've just named it Schrodinger's cantrip.
That's funny.
Sweet. I hope you get. Is it annoying? Is it being picked up by the other mics?
Not really.
You know, I should stop being so scared. I need to just throw more colors in here and see how it looks. Contrast. I need contrast, man. I'm not getting it. Darker. I need to go darker.
basically, yep, there it is. I put it in the VC chat. The door is up top over there. Basically, Jay is in one of the center tables. The squares on the in the inner big rectangle that are not enabled, those are essentially used. Obviously, there are two stairs by the bar. The top part, there's like a upper ledge on both sides that has more tables essentially. Jay was essentially stationed in a booth on the center left by where the stairs are, essentially. So he's standing right there. I'd say roughly in total, the entire bar from like bottom to the top is about like, I don't know, maybe 60 feet altogether. You have roughly a story, so maybe 10 feet for regular thing, and then the ledge is another 10 feet above. So if you stand, so basically, both like from floor level to top is about 20 feet altogether. But the balcony, you can take the stairs up to the balcony, which ledge essentially, basically there's more space for tables to be. Most people are centered closer to the bar, as that's where Jay was stationed essentially. The back where the two lines are, opposite of the door, those are stairs leading to other rooms.
Okay.
Circles or the circle.
And it looks like there's a back window or door. Is that? Or
Yeah.
That's the stairs.
Those are
Oh,
stairs.
Okay.
And
To the rooms of the place. Okay.
Yeah.
do you have a rough idea of where D, Lavender, and Ty are?
Lavender and Ty were roughly in the same place where Jay
You're
was.
near.
So
We're near the barish, maybe like over by the balcony. So you had a conversation beside him, but not including him, kind of thing.
yeah.
Okay.
So you were probably probably moved away on top to get a little more
Yeah.
privacy and have that conversation. So I would assume you are further away, probably closer to the door on the left. Whereas D, I'll let you decide where you want to station.
And the balcony is overlooking the area, correct?
Yes. So
Okay.
basically, if you're from the ground floor, you can see people on the balcony, and the balcony can see people from the floor.
Okay. Does D have enough movement to get to the B on the left-hand side?
So you're going to go up on the balcony where we're at?
Yeah. That's essentially that would be essentially where Lavender and Ty, and then Jay would be on the bottom.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought y'all were over by the bar as well. My bad. Never mind. In that case,
You can essentially, basically,
You can start
Uh,
wherever.
yeah.
that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, thank God, it's
You're-
still
you're
recording.
up to the range of 30 feet or something, right? So I don't know if this bar is big enough to require you to be too close or too far from the door.
Because essentially you are in a close.
D goes to Green X.
Okay, yeah. You have enough movement to do that. So,
Yeah, or close enough to the Green X, where D can see the door clearly.
No, you have enough. You have more than enough movement. It's not that big of an area because you were probably centralized.
Yeah.
So I'll say go ahead. Yeah, you have enough movement.
Okay.
After D. Korak, it's your turn.
Alright, well, as indicated by the above map, yes, Tolsimir and Korak are going to begin having Voya start dashing towards the tavern.
Yeah, I believe what 120 feet thing.
Yeah, 120 feet in 6 seconds.
For this instance, we'll say flashes past you as the lights sort of swarm up around you. You can hear a menacing roar.
Korak thinks the fairy.
Um, I will say, what is it like? Last time about almost 7 minutes from now. Yeah, you're within like you're about halfway there. You've given it back that boy that is running. 120 for a second. Yeah, that's not fast for you. Is it 80?
No, Voya, with dashing included, Voya is running 120 feet every 6 seconds. That's with dashing.
Yeah, I'm just double checking.
Does Voyu have wings? I forget.
Not without Mecha.
Okay,
No,
so
that-
still. Yeah, it's tied into that. It's not like something to do with the steed.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's dashing.
Alright, that being said,
Okay.
Is there anything you would like to do at the moment?
Is there any sign of approaching evil asshole?
Maybe not towards you. I think you know what, roll me perception.
Sure.
Yeah, well, with a 21, I'll say that you can see in the distance that something's rapidly approaching, maybe not to you, but towards the same direction. That you and the closer you're coming. So you assume that whatever it was more. It was more than that.
Also,
I would say from this distance, you can probably see maybe it's about 200 feet away from you, give or take. So you are closer. You'll take you about one more turn to get there. It's gonna be it'll be behind you guys, but it won't take very long to catch up. Basically, what would take you one more turn in Voya dashing, it would probably take 2 turns to get there.
okay. So we're going to get there pretty much like with a hair's breadth of, okay, we need to run this way. Go.
Yes, pretty much. But you can somewhat see it. If you want to make an attack, it would probably be a disadvantage. But then that would obviously,
Don't worry.
alert Alpha that you have returned. And Alpha would be more than interested in seeing that item.
Yeah. Maybe we don't do this. And Curly, so the monster that jumped out at us is incapacitated.
Yes.
Okay. With that perception check, am I able to tell if there's any like dread beings within earshot?
You know what? I'll let you use Divine Sense.
Okay, I would like to do that.
Yeah. With your Divine Sense, there are a significant amount of threats because they never died. They obviously a shit ton of them did die within 3 weeks, but like basically a majority of them, 70 if not 80% of them, just went into hiding until that this moment.
Does it feel like Korak can call to them without yelling and revealing his position?
You know what? Let's use, if you want to use your connection. Ooh, you know what? You are an avatar, an heir, bloodshed. Bloodshed is basically a call to war, valor, fury, and hatred. If you want, I will give you advantage on a charisma check. A charisma check on trying to use your. Basically, it's essentially blood magic, which you're essentially trying to do. So, for every damage dice you do, I will give you an extra D4 to a roll to a charisma roll.
Okay. Wait, I just had Korak rip out his eyes.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
heal them when you were outside?
Yeah.
the thing?
Yes.
Did you take the eyes with you?
I didn't drop them. I imagine, like, Korak still kind of has them, but he's not, like, conscious, and he's not conscious about it until now.
Still holding my own eyeballs.
Yeah.
That's metal.
You know what? Yeah. We'll say that it gives you an extra 2d4 on your charisma.
All right. Can I have Tulsimir cast Bless on him?
For this particular instance, I'll say no.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, in that case, let's go.
Go ahead.
21.
21. You get the sensation that a lot of dreads that remain hidden are starting to stir up. Similar in very. You kind of remember when you were running towards to try and escape. You had a similar experience when Tulsimir was trying to persuade Faye. Whereas this time it feels a little different. It feels less like. It feels less like the element stirring, and more like these emotional fears. Instead of these emotional entities and fears and negative emotions, starting to basically expand and almost like tearing a muscle, as it like flexes and readjusts. You can sort of feel the breathing of this space. Because yes, while this fog and while these creatures dominate the area for a very long time, your ability to using your eyes, which is, you know what? Tell me what you do with the eyes to try to combat this.
Korak kind of feels the dread around him, and an idea occurs to him as like he kind of feels something squishy in his hand. And he looks down and kind of realizes that like he never let go of his eyes. And he doesn't like he's not sure why he held on to them. Like it was a very painful thing, and he never really just thought about dropping it. And now he kind of like feels the blood pumping in his ears, and he wants to call out to these dread to launch for one final assault to be able to break out of here and aid in the escape. And so he lifts his hand up as we ride in on this horse and crushes the eyes in his hand, the blood oozing. Hold on, Trish. If this bothers you, feel free to go.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Sorry, I
Oh,
only realized in the middle. Yeah.
It's okay.
And basically, as he finishes what he does, obviously Tolsmir is the one mainly riding with this theme, but he can sort of feel your aura, and so can Koya. Basically, as you offer up your sacrifice, your aura, as a paladin, everyone has their own sort of aura. Specifically for Tolsmir, his is sort of like brown and green, sort of representing the forest and nature vibe, which he was very accustomed. Yours is sort of a whitish color, basically more akin to snow, but it quickly changes. It starts becoming darker and darker, as if someone stained it in maroon. Your eyes start to change color as well. The milky whites that are typically accustomed to Goliath now start sharing that same maroon aura that you are emitting. Basically, as you can imagine it, the aura that Korak naturally emits was pure white like snow, but you can start seeing it pump out from basically Korak's chest. That this reddish aura starts bleeding into the white aura, and then starts growing stronger, as if it's aggressive and strong. Essentially, it's as if it's breathing on its own. It's usually a paladin's aura is organized and sharp, but this one feels jagged and rough. It feels like thorns. When you run across a branch that attempts to protect itself, it feels rugged and rough on the body. As you do that, though, you can feel the breathing of the city, and you can see multiple dreads. Like, you basically see a claw punch through glass, and then grab onto the side of the building as it's trying to make its way out. And you can hear howls in the distance. Creatures or whatever it was, these inhuman monsters, things that don't make sense, start to move. For one instance, you thought you saw a barrel.
Was it Smug?
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
on top of the building?
Yeah. you can start seeing bits and pieces. Like you thought you saw flames sort of popping up out of certain areas, and you can see a bunch of different creatures. Like the sky, like even the space above you, while it's covered in fog, you can sort of see it start twisting inwards into a spiral, as if the fog is now in a vortex above it. Basically, whatever you did was responding. They didn't quite like you attempting to use your, because essentially knowing who you are, knowing what Tolsmir is, it's inherent in your nature to use your paladin powers, just because that is what you're raised with, that is what your oaths are. You are, by all intents and purposes, heralds of divine and holy. But at the same time, as you are making this oath, as you are making this sacrificial trade, it sort of bleeds. And you know how like there are a lot of villains who have good intent, like who start off having good intentions, but then it's somehow warped, and their philosophies and ideologies are warped, and it becomes something different.
Yeah.
This is that feeling. It's not quite you who are making a twisted thing. It's just the nature of your powers and the intent behind it.
The nature of what's going on, because Korak is asking them to do something that they might not ordinarily do because of the interest of their self-preservation.
It's less about like, because they don't care about kindness and sacrifice and love.
They don't.
But they understand. But they definitely understand revenge. That's what they understand.
Well, something Korak's very familiar with. Vengeance, survival.
Vengeance, hatred, survival, like basically like they've been essentially pushed into hiding, and they don't like that. They're what is essentially cornered animals. They hate that. They hate being on the back end. They don't like something else pushing them around. They're the ones who pushes the buttons, not the other way.
I have
So-
a lot
Alpha, you can see a fireball. Go ahead and roll me damage for fireball.
Okay. Out of curiosity, does Jay feel it too?
Uh,
Since apparently it's reverberating across the city.
yeah, Jay's like something. Jay can basically feel it. Yeah, Jay feels it too because he's like, what the fuck is going on?
Alright, how
Yeah.
many D8?
It's basically a fireball. It's a dreaded fireball.
8 D8.
Yeah.
39.
You basically see a dreaded fireball comes in from the sky somewhere across the way, and it passes. It actually hovers above. It hovers as it like flies above you, past you, and then you can see an explosion in the distance where Alpha was, as you can see like a silhouette of smoke, just like basically knocking backwards. Whatever it would have taken initially to get there, it probably is going to take more time than today. As you can see creatures, and like you basically like as you guys are running through, you can also see Gloria's shadow start twitching as it basically runs off away from her, or something like basically branches off her shadow and it starts running towards that same direction.
Awesome.
Cool. Anything else you would like to do, Karak?
Well, I believe that would count as an action.
Yeah.
It was pretty intense. Well, Voya is still going to be dashing, of course. I think that's about all Korak can do.
Okay, cool. In the meantime, Jay's gonna go next. He's gonna hold his action to unload everything, to unload his weapon into Bucker's face, as he first called it. That being said, it would be the next creature's turn, which is Beta's turn. So he's going to attempt to break down this door. This door is really strong, thankfully, but let's see if he can, because he's going to make all of his attacks.
Please, man.
First attack.
Plus 13.
That's the second attack. I'll do the damage first.
Well, about how much time has passed since we got back and brought the sample and they Pulsmere and Korak left and yeah, between us getting back to the tavern and now, how much time has passed?
Do you mean from the excursion?
From the
where-
woods.
Okay, that was
Like we got back from the woods and we're here at the tavern and then how much time has passed since then and now?
I'll say for the sake of this, because I'll say you guys tried to plan and get going for one short rest with thing.
Okay,
But,
well, like an hour ago.
yeah. But
Okay, so
now,
I got a short rest and I got my mileage just in. Okay.
yeah. Here's the first damage. 21. Second damage. Ooh, I did not yet. Okay. He's gonna make one more attack against it, and then we're gonna try to see. Yes, so that's it. Yes, that does indeed break down the door. He's going to break down. He finally breaks down the door. At this point in time, D and J are going to let into him. So go ahead, D. I'll let you roll your damage first. Roll attack first, actually.
Yeah.
You gotta move on.
Oh, I'm typing in stop, drop, and roll.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought that was.
Yeah, I started to type in journal or VC chat, but then I moved to stop, drop, and roll. I think this is right.
No, that doesn't.
Okay.
You basically go ahead and make. You basically were saving your action, so go ahead. Make a save.
Okay. You're saying I'm doing my action from the prior round, or it is now my turn again?
No. It's the prior round. Basically,
Okay.
This was your action, so go ahead.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
That hits.
Okay.
You scraped it, yes.
With the acid, is it the acid damage plus the bolt damage?
Yes.
Okay. That is 13 damage.
After that would be
6 or 7? Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'll say 7. Yeah, he takes 7 damage. Okay. Alright, Lee. That's gonna be Jay's turn. He's gonna also try to rip into him. Make his 2 attacks. That does it. So he's going to also roll damage. He's going to do 19 damage divided by 2. It's going to be 10 damage. Alrighty. It's still Beta's turn, and the only person that it can immediately get to right now is Jay, so he's going to run up to Jay, and he still has 3 attacks, so he's going to use 1 regular attacks to attack Jay.
Jay shoots up in the dodge action.
Ooh, that's a
That
lot.
one!
Which means Jay does. This is fun. It's like playing with my own, action figures and beating each other up. So Jay will make a opportunity attack. 21 does indeed hit. took a pretty decent. He's still up. But he's basically back home.
Hmm. Not great.
Alright, so who's next?
Okay, so after Beta, Lavender, it's your turn. You just saw Jay get absolutely bodied.
Alright, well, I was hoping it would still stay over there, but now he's in front of Jay, right?
Yeah. He's really on top of it.
Okay. Did everyone else flee? I'm kind of trying to figure out who's attacking this thing. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I would say at this point. But
Everyone else.
yeah. Oh, by the way, what you guys see is basically a hulking beast. Kind of imagine if a Baylor and a Pit Bean had a kid and it had 6 arms. It's sort of in like war attire suit, and it's got fur from the head. It's got fur from like the top of it. It kind of looks like a hyena. Like it's basically like a hyena as it reaches its way all the way back. But you can tell from the eyes it's very much. It's very similar to what you saw. With, like it has the same sort of black glow that that Gamma has.
Okay. So I would like to kind of circle around because keep in mind that it's apparently adapts when it sees an ability. I'm going to try and take advantage of it, keeping its eyes on Jay, and go around so it can't see me when I cast blindness deafness on it. And,
Sure. So roll me
well, it needs to. Okay. Can I hide like under a table or something? Just like try to put as much stuff between me and it so we can advance.
Yeah, I'd say since right now its attention is because before, because given the circumstances of how it was already interested in Jay,
Yeah.
I will say that you have advantage.
Okay, cool. So a stealth roll, you said? My stealth is 2. Yes. Great. Oh, 2.
Two D20s.
I didn't go. Okay, weird. Alright, let me do my this thing.
Slash above.
It doesn't do the thing. Let me just do it here. Hi, Buddha. Yeah, we're going to the gym. Mom's taking a nap. And oh yeah, you went out too?
Yeah, you went up.
Ah, so that's what I heard. Ugh, that's terrible.
What's the? So are you trying to make an attack roll? Oh,
Oh no, this is just to hide, to
just
try to
stop.
keep it out of my line, out of its line of sight as I cast a spell on it.
And if you move behind it, you're behind it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's staring at Jay at the bar, and I'm gonna go further behind it and cast the
Yeah.
spell, so I'm like at the back of its head. But I guess it knows I'm there, but it
Well,
might
the
not
stealth-
see me. I don't know.
well, the stealth essentially was to see whether or not it would notice you moving behind it. So that way it would eventually turn to you next time you had a chance to. But
Yeah.
it is still aware that you're there, but you are now behind it. So it is unable to see you, but it is aware you are behind it.
Yeah, okay, so like, it knows that movement is happening. Okay. So now it needs a con save, please.
That's probably one of the stronger ones.
Possibly, but it's an unfortunate. I know it's a great spell, but
it's
it
a
has
good spell.
Bad save. It has a bad save stat.
What's your DC?
17.
That's not bad. That's
It's not
pretty
bad, no,
fucking
but it's
good.
like also, you know, it's all. I'm not trying it because like my initial plan was to keep it like to the door while everyone else flees or goes in a different direction or does something. I don't know, but it's already here. It has gotten today. So now, yay!
Ooh.
It's live! Hooray! Yes!
Perfect. Perfect.
All right, explain what happened.
Well, I'm just Lavender just kind of creeps, tries to creep me, probably stumbles on something and will panic, and other people also rushing by and hiding, and he'll just get all this try to just points at the back of his head, and like as the creature's eyes turn black, so does Lavender's for a moment as he blinds it.
What's this called again? Blindness, deafness?
Yeah, blindness, deafness. It'll be able to do a save against it at the end. So at the very least, Jay has a chance to run without an opportunity attack because it involves you have to see the object that you're attacking to do an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
So get out of there, Jay! Run!
All right, Lavender. Good turn. Yeah, that might actually, yeah, because it failed, so it is
Yep.
currently. Is it blind or deaf?
It's blind. I think I can only choose one, and I
Yeah.
want it to be blind.
Yeah. Okay. It's currently blind. It cannot see.
Yeah, that's great. I don't have anything else to do. Might as well cast Soleil on my my weapon just in case. Like my staff starts glowing a bit. Its mushrooms light up.
Lavender, you are upstairs at the moment, and
Yeah.
you really have to. If you want to get past this, if you want to get downstairs, you have to move past it.
I'm like wondering, can I jump? I'm looking down. I'm like,
You want to jump?
I'm not gonna jump right now, but I'm gonna at the very least. Well, I have to be within 30 feet to cast the spell. But
Yeah, because it moved closer to you. You still have 30 feet of movement.
yeah, I had moved. I tried to move so it wouldn't see me casting it. I was hoping to go behind it. I don't know how far I could go, but like,
Yeah, you would have to move 30 feet. So if you were by the staircase, which is where you and Tyler have that conversation, you had to move 30 feet closer to. No, you had to move 30 feet away, closer to the door because it moved closer to Jay.
yeah, I'd
You-
probably be like around where the line is on the graph. On
Yeah.
The thing. Yeah.
Pretty
like
much.
with the hypotenuse of being 30 feet away from it.
Yeah. So, again,
Yeah, I'm stuck up here. It's okay. Everyone else can run. I'm not sure if I should run because I would have to double back. But
yeah, because it's right by the stairs right now. So it was obviously
Yeah.
so Jay is like, oh fuck.
yeah, get out of there! Run!
Run, bitch, run!
Go, fly, you fools!
Well,
Yeah, I think that's my turn. I don't know. I think it would take my movement possibly to get
Yeah.
up there to the Y and then cast the spell and then I use my bonus. So that's everything so far. Can't do my little defensive thing because I needed it counts an action. Didn't get prepared beforehand. Boo hoo. But yeah.
Meanwhile, Correct's just like, it's a red day, a sword day, ride for red.
Ryan, run!
Alright, that's end my turn in defense mode, crouching behind the table or something.
Alright, at the top of the initiative, at the top of the initiative was Alpha, but it got a fireball to its face, and so it's basically being swarmed by a bunch of other creatures, by a shit ton of dreads at the moment.
Is it a deadly sword?
Maybe. But he is currently being irritated as well. So, so you can see, Korak, as you guys are basically running up, you can see, you don't see where where Alpha is anymore, but basically you see you hear an explosion of fire again, as it dies down, and you can hear like gunshots that follow afterwards. But other than that, yeah, there's nothing too much going on. Other than so you know. By the way, both sides are hearing what's going. You can hear stuff outside, and you can hear fucking crashing on the inside or somewhere. So the people on the inside of what this tavern are like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. All right, D, you are the next. You're next in initiative. D, Trish?
Yeah. Sorry.
You need something to like slow him down or delay his movements.
Yeah, currently, Beta is blind.
So
Okay.
if you've got anything that can fuck him over further, go
Yeah.
do so.
So,
Can't see me.
sorry.
I'm done. Oh yeah.
I legit passed out for a second. I'm sorry. Huh? What did you say, Zai?
And I just said, what did I say?
Yeah, what did you say just now?
Oh, if Lavender was more mean, like
Ah, okay.
times.
No, I thought you said save me, and I was like, wait, what happened?
Oh yeah, no worries. But yeah, probably that too. Definitely, now that.
Beta is still in the door, correct? Like he's in the process.
He's at the stairs right in front of Jay. But he
Yeah,
has
it's at the
one
bar.
line.
Dang it.
At the bar.
Bottom of the stairs.
Trying to take a sip.
Okay.
Trying to drink his blood.
Yeah.
He's trying to drink it. Also, yes,
I
you can
do
attack.
drink the blood from where you stand.
Is there any metal on him? Like, is he wearing metal armor or some shit?
No, he's raw skin.
Okay.
There can be metal in him. Just stab him and leave it inside.
Oh yeah, did he get rid of the metal bolt that's in him?
Metal bolt.
Yeah, the D shot into him.
Oh shoot.
It's true. You know what? Roll me perception.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Fuck.
Normally people just tank those.
Nope, not that number.
No.
D can't see anything.
D's, this thing is relatively fast and it moves immediately to Jay to try and take him because Jay considers Jay and Tasty G. Everyone else is just a nuisance. And you can sort of see that it's like fur is on fire. If there was metal, it probably you don't know where it is because basically if the arrowhead is still there, you don't know what happened to it because of the fact that the wood part of the arrow or the wood part of the bolt is just cut.
Okay, da-da-da-da.
Shoot him again.
I know, I'm like...
I mean, do you have any spells that will further hinder his movements, that'll cause damage over time, that will, help other people escape? Are people flirting like, to the exit now that they know he's blind and he's blind, go, woo, he's blind.
I had a question in my head and it went blah 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 blah. What was it? Oh right. Zoned. The bolts that I hit him with do not technically count as a magic weapon, even though the weapon itself is, the crossbow itself is magic, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Okay.
It is a good question. Because otherwise, like, would your attacks with your magic crossbow be counted as magic? If the bolts themselves are magic.
Yeah, unfortunately, in this particular scenario, I'm gonna rule that no, unless the weapon is specifically designed to do that.
Okay.
So you
And
can
my
use normal boats.
Yeah.
and my extra attack does not count towards my bonus action, correct?
Yeah. So you get 2 attacks and then a bonus action.
Okay. Where's the thing I wanted to do? Okay. Da-da.
Oh man.
Yeah, I am rolling to hit with the acid bolt. Please. Fuck you. Not you. Da-da-da-da-da.
Okay. Get back in. It can't.
There goes that idea.
Think aloud. What are you trying to do?
Ah. Can I know this is not an actual thing, but can D try to provoke him? Basically, I'm not saying like actual magic provoke thing that like
Taunt it so that you can draw the aggro.
yeah, at least draw its attention away from Jay for a little bit.
Sounds like some kind of charisma check.
Yeah. It won't quite be pure illusion, but in this particular circumstances, use your intimidation stats.
Yeah,
Scared, but it will definitely. That's the closest.
yeah. D is not going for intimidation. D is going for annoyance.
Pretty much. But you use the intimidation. 17. Yeah, well, the 17. What do you say?
You said it's raw skin and muscle, right?
Yeah, it's basically skin muscle. So in terms of like its build, it's basically skin and muscle, but you can definitely see hints of fur that is on fire, and it's basically like a hide net essentially. It does have a bit of hide on it, basically a little bit like leather hide on it, but that would be the closest to the skin. Like basically, it's not quite all skin, but you can kind of get it. Basically, a really big ass dragon.
Call it a spring roll.
D is like, what do I do? Hey, you naked mole rat! Did your mother throw you down a mountain when she gave birth to you?
Let's see if it resists
It's not to rise to the bait for something, right? To be a bigger person and to not call the schoolyard taunts. Give us
Give it the characterization.
Yeah.
It's pretty in character.
Beta basically does fall for your taunt as
My mother was a lovely woman.
it turns to basically look for you. Although you imagine that at some point it tried to do it turns its direction towards you. It can't see you, but it can definitely hear you. So it does turn its body towards you. Basically
Okay.
Oh my god, actually, that's really perfect.
Uh,
I can't wait for it to be my turn.
Speaking of, it is your turn, Korak.
It
ye-
is your turn.
Alright,
Ditto. Oh,
can Voya get. You said we were already about halfway there. Can Voya get to where I am within, line of sight of Beta?
Boyle can get you right in front of the door. You can kind of sort of see everything, right? But the doorway is essentially where you're
Okay.
You're not gonna get
He
moved.
broke the door down.
Yeah, the door is already gone, but basically you can't move from that door area.
Right, yeah, no, that's fine. Because right now, Alpha is being distracted,
Yeah.
right? Like,
he's also
that is-
blind.
well, no, that's Beta.
Oh, yeah,
Alpha,
later.
and from what Korak can tell, that is still the case.
Yes.
Okay. Doesn't know anything about Delta for right now, but right now they are in melee with Beta, which is the worst place to be.
Yeah, especially
So-
given the fact that Jay has a ranged weapon.
All of them are ranged, and yeah, Korak will be like, you know what? And he, like, I imagine he hears that diss that D just let out, and he's like, release his laughter on them, on that one. Basically for the Fae to start basically distracting Beta with Dulcimer's laughter right after he just got roasted.
Again, that's so. They were being used for Delta.
Oh.
You can technically do that, but
Oh.
doing so would pull them away from Delta to Beta.
Oh.
It's not worth for the bit.
Oh. But basically what you're saying is there is a way to basically use the action to kind of switch it around as needed.
Yeah, but again, yeah. I'll say for this, I was gonna technically that should have been something close to this to do, but for this, obviously, you guys have it.
Well, I mean, this is obviously something I would have brought up to Daryl like, if we were here, but like, if we can switch them as needed, right now it looks like we Beta distracted way more.
Well, right now he's occupied. So.
Yeah, but y'all can't get away from him.
Well,
Like-
also Beta can't see.
Right,
Yeah.
Beta can't
For
see,
now.
but
For about at the very least a turn.
for at the very least a turn, but like he's still fast enough that he'd probably be able to catch us.
Yeah, well, okay. So wait, you are at the very front
Doorway.
of the doorway.
Yes.
Are the people like exiting because now they can see they can go through? Are they escaping outside the
Or-
building or are they inside?
They're probably still inside. They literally just because again, this happened within like 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So they're sort of trying to preparing to figure out what the fuck is going on as this is happening. You guys are still fighting that, and they're still technically inside. Someone needs to like guide them or.
Yeah, we're planning on taking as many of them with us, right? We're not just taking Jay and leaving only
Yeah.
Jay.
We're trying to get as many people out as possible. But
Okay.
what I was thinking was, he's not deafened. He's just blinded, so he'd still
Yeah.
be able to follow y'all anyway. It's not going to stop him from moving.
Yeah,
And,
but he won't be
like,
able to attack as efficiently for as long as he's blinded.
Yeah, but well, I mean, Korak doesn't know this. It's kind of a little. But Korak knows that this guy hits and hits like a truck. But this guy has a plus 13.
Okay, but what is Korra gonna do right now? Actually, it's still your
Korra-
turn. So he's at the front.
Korak
What is
is
his
going
immediate concern?
He sees what Beta is doing and he wants to make sure that Beta is incapacitated so that everybody can get out of that enclosed space.
Okay, cool. So do you
Uh,
have something that'll make him prone, that'll restrain him, that'll do something, or like are you planning on
I-
getting in his way physically
You know what?
and then directing people out?
Actually, technically, he's blinded, so he wouldn't be able to copy the cannon.
As far as we
Yeah.
can tell, I think. I'm assuming it's based on sight, because
Yeah. Because there was no creatures that had any other senses or true, like something like true sight or something
yeah,
like that. So
All right. And it probably
wow,
would
it's
recover
actually
from
really great.
blinded if it has to regenerate, but I imagine it has to take time to regenerate. I
If you want
imagine.
to blast it with a cannon, I
You
mean,
know what? I think uh we'll keep Beta Delta distracted for right now. And Korak will take 2 shots with the cannon. Zone, what would you say the cannon would require for attacking?
it is it's a two-handed weapon, so and it is not something like you could shoot like a regular, like it's not like pew pew. It is boom essentially, but it's essentially a laser beam that you are firing at him. Um
Mhm.
uh, but so you would make one attack roll with it. Um but it does a significant amount of damage. I forget what it was. Well, I forget
So,
the damage.
so what about extra attack?
Yeah, this is not an extra attack based weapon.
Okay.
By using this weapon, it would be you either can have two weapons with an extra attack, or you can use this weapon.
Okay. So, if Korak, you know what? Could I use the extra attack to basically like steady it to be sure he can aim it properly?
I could say you could use your bonus action for that.
Okay. Yeah. So Korak's gonna take aim with it, use his bonus action to take aim with it, and kind of aim at his legs to take him out at the legs or at the waist.
I,
Yeah.
I mean, just try to, I don't know. Yeah, try to
Yeah,
take off.
Korak's
You
about to just.
I thought this
I
cannon was like, huge and needed to be mounted on the horse. I guess
mean,
I
it
was.
can be, but like it's also able to be
Can
carried.
be.
Korak can also lift objects that are as if he was a large creature.
Okay, it's not like
Because the
let us
thing is,
circle. It's not like
yeah,
it's a. Is it a big laser cannon, or is it like? Can you
it's a
actually?
big.
Does it have a cone, or is it just one line?
It is one line, but it is a
Okay.
big weapon.
Uh,
You can snipe.
there is a concern. Jay is right in front of him.
That is
I mean,
true,
since it's a
but
single attack, you can tell Jade's turn should be next or something, right?
Yeah.
Or was it earlier?
Basically, it's going to
Yeah.
be Jay Duck.
Yeah, get out of the way! And then as soon as it's out of the
Quick.
way, then you can unload on him.
Okay.
That's fine.
So, Korak is going to use his bonus action to take aim and then fire the laser at Beta and hopefully aim for kind of his, lower half of his body, basically.
uh,
Is Jay in the line of fire, or should he
Jay is in the
wait?
line of fire yet.
Okay, then
Um,
maybe just tell him to go.
well, Korak
He's
is holding
next in
his
mission.
Korak can hold his action until Jay gets out of the way. And he's like,
Yeah,
Jay, move!
yeah.
Out of the
Yeah.
way! Out of the way of the laser! Well,
Don't say laser.
no, not that. Just Jay, move!
Yeah, so Jay is going to move basically he's gonna like try to move around. He's gonna take 30 feet towards the door. Actually, yeah.
You circle around it, yeah.
Yeah, he circles around it, yelling for people, come on, people, move out of the way. You heard them, move your ass.
Get
Um
out.
yeah, and you can sort of see like he's like missing a chunk from
Yeah,
his side.
Korak's just like, leave a clear line. And Korak will fire once the line is clear.
He's also gonna Jay's also gonna follow you up with a shot of himself. But go ahead and make a roll. It's 1d plus 10.
All right. Oops.
Oops.
Oh, okay. 19. That beats an 18.
That beats an 18. You deal let me check it.
It's been a nice
68 damage.
6d8.
Yeah. This
This
is 68 necrotic damage.
Huh. Actually, that feels kind of tame.
Go ahead.
mean-
Go ahead and roll damage.
29.
It takes 29 damage entirely.
You saw off its leg,
Yeah, like,
or did you
Yeah.
at least weaken it?
I'm gonna try and make a Constitution saving throw to see if I can, at the very
Retain the
least,
leg.
yeah, can like save the legs, but it does still take full damage.
Wonder if Ty is coming.
please, dice gods.
I'll at Ty to see if she can come. Well, she's still offline though. Sad.
Uh, 22, so it does save. So you do hit it, but you can see that it does genuinely hurt it.
I like moved it just enough so that the bone is it's just exposed but not broken.
Yeah, but you can see something happening when it does. Basically, after Quark shoots it, you can see like real pain, genuine pain. It basically it staggers for a bit, leaning against the thing as it crushes the booth that's leaning against on. But essentially, you're not quite sure how it regenerates, but usually it's pretty significant.
We haven't seen it happen.
No, you're seeing
We've heard.
Yeah, this is from thing, but you can basically see it's all, you can basically see like whatever it is, this feels different. Yeah, Jade then yells out to the group. It is all about creation. Anything in opposition to it will kill it. Death and void are its enemies. Destroy this thing.
Korak will use his reaction to basically echo this as he lifts the hand that he used to brush his eyes, and he's basically kind of trying to continuing his rally of the group.
Well, you would need a different, obviously. you
Right.
need-
Yeah, no, it's probably going to be something he does on his next turn. So
You would have to attack yourself.
that's fine.
Yeah, but to do that, you would need one of your hands, and then you can't use it.
Yeah, no, right now, it's just, yeah. So let's keep this. He's basically like, rally on me.
Actually, I'm curious. Was this the cannon was after what Jay was working on?
After you brought the gun, after you brought the beam annihilation.
And was he working on something when me and Ty were talking or something? Because like, didn't he take something from both me and her?
Yeah, he was trying to understand. He basically what he was testing was essentially how it interacts, because he was confused as to why it did that. So
Right.
he
Oh, yeah.
was testing certain things because he knew you were a weak, and he knew that Ty was revived it. So he was trying to figure out if there was a way to like make sure that they did not.
It's not like we killed him. Though. We didn't kill him.
No, you didn't kill Gamma, but Gamma's death led to create a hypothesis of can they die? Basically, he with the idea of Gamma being something, he never had a piece of one of those things he could work on. He was able to figure out that these things are essentially sort of like sentient existence. Basically, the raw primordial creation of existing forms, creatures. Those creatures, obviously, the opposite of creation is nothingness, and death sort of follows in line. Hey, Ty.
Hi, Ty.
Hello.
Right.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Should we have her roll and then take her earlier turn again? Whenever
Yeah.
it comes up? Okay. So, the beta has broken through after our nice little chat. Like, oh, we should probably tell them this stuff. Like, yeah, we should. Kool-Aid Man. Alright,
Oh yeah, he's red like the Kool-Aid Man too.
yeah, Kool-Aid Man. Oh boy. Yeah. Problem is I don't have character sheet access because of computer problems. I don't.
Actually, you do. Remember, you sent it to me in your you sent it to me on Discord.
Yeah,
Oh,
it should
yeah,
be
that's
on
right.
there.
Hold on. Yeah.
This is why I have you people send it to me. For this
Yes.
extent.
This is
So
also
I was like, oh, this isn't a problem. I'll
So-
fix my computer, the parts coming in, and then I can have all my stuff. And it's like, well, no.
Yeah.
Object Board is probably screwed.
Yeah.
this is
Ugh.
also why I moved mine to Google Docs
Yeah.
because I couldn't access mine on the phone.
How are you? This is why I have every single one of you always send it to me, so that way we both have it in the very, very likely opportunity that someone doesn't have it.
Yeah, tracking is gonna be fun. On
Well,
this. It's-
Currently, thankfully, basically what happened was D shot at it, but Beta basically broke down D and J shot at it and Beta broke down the door, but then it ran up to J and took 31 health from it, almost immediately. It took 3 attacks to a thing, and missed one of its attacks, and then it didn't have the thing. But thankfully, Lavender blinded it, and D distracted it by insulting it, saying that it was. What was the insult?
Hey, you naked mole rat! Did your mother throw you down a mountain when you were born?
And clearly, it obviously worked because the naked mole rat failed its charisma saving throw, and was like, "What the fuck you say to me?"
It's a naked mole rat.
My mother's a wonderful woman.
Yeah. So.
But the thing is, I didn't even insult its mother. I was insulting its face.
So,
Even if I was ugly.
Kai, sorry, Muse, if you wanted to know, I have the image of the tavern, on the VC chat. Basically where you and Lavender were is by the B on the left
We're
side.
at the B on the I'm currently at the Y on the
Okay.
left.
And J and Beta is currently by the bar on the floor. Basically, the D is currently by the X on the right side of this on the right balcony, and yeah, by the bar is where those two are. And J basically just took his turn. He managed to move out of the way since Beta can't see and can't make reaction attack. So he moved over to the door where Korak was, and Korak just shot it with the void that thing, where Jay exclaimed out that void and death, and basically they're a way to hurt it. There is a way, but it like obviously regular things cannot finish it. You can technically kill it, but it comes back.
Right.
So yeah, basically you need a more permanent.
Like this gun I found. Oh, also, Korak got to make use of the eyes he had written out of his head. He got to rally the dreaded city to help distract these assholes.
Yeah.
Or at least Alpha.
He used blood magic, which would trade in incentives to essentially increase his dread charisma to try and see if he could validate. That being the case, Ty, could you go ahead and roll me initiative?
Okay, hold on. So where did I put the file when I saved it? There it is.
You have 2 turns.
Charge. Cat.
What'd you say hi? What'd you say hi again? Like, no, I'm being pet time.
Where's
is that? You want me to attack? Cast fireball? Sorry, I do that.
Okay, that's initiative.
Okay. So initiative. Oh, it's actually perfect. Korak, what was your initiative roll? Remember?
I believe 16.
That's actually perfect because that puts Ty right in front of Jay for his turn. So perfect.
So the question, do we have take the turn that she would have had before Korak shot the laser and then have the current turn?
Yeah, we're gonna have her do 2.
Awesome.
She was charging her own.
Either way, Ty, you were not the target. Jay was. He's still in the same area as he was before. So, because we're currently in the second round.
Okay.
So you will take the last one and you'll take it right now. You're taking your second one right now. Right now.
Okay, then I am open to suggestions because I'm still like processing.
You can attack, you can restrain. Are we gonna say it's blinded right now, or are we gonna say it's before it was blinded?
So the first action that she is taking, he has not been blinded yet because Ty was technically before you, Lavender. The second
Yeah.
attack, the second attack, the second turn, which she will take right after the first turn, will be blinded because yours was at the end of the first round.
Okay. So I'd say attack. And for if there's anything to to make it weaker or to keep it where it is for the second one, maybe also start heading towards the exit because this is going to be like fishing barrel kind of thing. Get out. We're trying to leave. I think now that the paladins have come back for us, we'll be able to leave.
Where are my spell slots? Because I think I had one more 5th level that I was saving, so I could do full monster.
Oh yeah, so like you can actually do stuff in front of it now that actually not for the second one, but second one you can do more heavy hitting things because it is blinded and can't see you doing it, so it can't copy you.
Yeah, the first one you might have to resort to like regular attacks, otherwise it will copy it. But the second action that you will take before Jay takes his turn.
Man,
Ty, quit
I didn't-
burning down your house.
he's like, but I need to get in touch with the fire.
The microwave.
Just the same way I set my laptop on fire.
You have disappointed me for the last time.
Boom. Yeah.
Alright, then I think first action I'll attack, and then second action I'm like, if I am remembering correctly, and I'm like just going off of code of honor, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I was holding on to like one 5th level slot for emergencies.
Yes, I was. Yeah.
And I like, yeah, this counts as an emergency. I did the second. For the second one, I'll try hold monster, but
Yeah, and it can't copy it. Hooray!
yeah. So then for the first one, I'll just make an attack roll. Just try and stab it.
Yeah, so I guess you went down the stairs and stabbed it.
If you hit Dimitri Simmons,
Absent the leg. I don't know. That seems like a great.
you're about leg height, so
Yeah. Unfortunately, 11 does miss.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna
Another
try
attack?
that again. Yeah, so I'm gonna try that again.
Try again.
Does that hit?
That actually hits.
Hooray.
Go ahead and roll for demise.
Alright, demise.
Six, half, 8, so 4 damage.
That resistance?
It has resistance to freaking thing.
Wow.
Except 1 damage. It has a that being said, Ty, it is now your second turn, which is right now because of this initiative order. So Korak just shot out with the laser beam. At the end of the last initiative roll, Lavender managed to blind it and failed.
Yay!
So
Woo!
Ty is now your
Okay. I cast Hold Monster and needs to make a Wisdom save.
wisdom save. Oh, that's
I would hope it's you said this was supposed to be super.
stupid relative to alpha.
Oh, fair.
It could also be like, you know, it's stupid, but it's wise beyond its years. There's the utility of
It does not save!
Oh yeah, that's a big, big fail.
Yay.
Okay, now we all run.
Alright, it is paralyzed. Run.
It's paralyzed. After it got struck by you, now it's time to fucking move. It's standing still. At the end of its turn.
Okay. Well, I mean, for painful health, I think it is at the end, but I estimate 2.
Yeah, I can't even so much talk, can it?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
can grunt.
Yeah. Alright. Jay's gonna take his turn now, and he's going to fucking, shoot the ever-living shit out of it.
Also, get out of the toilet. Actually, no, he already did.
Oh yeah, but like maybe you can.
It's also to shoot it as we're leaving.
That's true. I believe he has advantage, but the thing can't move.
Yup, can't move, can't see, and now it's about to get hit.
Yeah, 24 hits it. That's his first attack.
Ty hit it with common Orcish.
29, that also hits it. He's going to, attack.
Also, this squeaking is just me coloring my marker book. Speak. Just announce it.
attacks together gives him damage by number 2. 16.
How's it looking now?
This thing is still pretty hard. He's held together and can't do shit, but
He's still looking pretty.
yeah, he's pretty pissed. That's gonna be the creature's turn. He can't do anything, so he's gonna make 2 saving throws, right?
Yep, a con save and a wisdom save.
Con and a wisdom.
His con save is 14. He can be con
Yeah,
save.
he's so blind.
Let's see if he fails the wisdom save. Yep.
Yes.
There's spear. Quick, get the spear. Eat him.
No, get. Well, either that or get. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Alright, Lavender, it is your turn now.
Oh, my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to run down from where I am. And as I pass by him, I'm wondering, like, do I? It's the leg. Like, you know, I had this thought when you were still out time that, you know, maybe we should eat him. You know.
You could.
You could.
He is like, you know, can't do anything. But I think that's a little unhinged.
Yeah, that's a little.
Okay, let's go for it.
You know, man, what's the biggest beast I can turn into that has, what's the beast I can turn into that has the biggest mouth? Hold on. Shape list. Let's see.
Probably something with a big mouth that also has a decent movement so that you can bite and then go.
That's true.
You know what?
I don't think I could. Do you have polymorph? Uh-oh.
Oh no.
This is a free action. Bite. 2 is for free.
Okay, what's the save again?
It's higher now because currently you are in a high stress situation and it's been going up consistently. So right now you have to beat a 22.
This is a con save, right?
Yes, ma'am.
22. Alright.
Her hunger has been getting stronger and stronger.
At least, you know, cut through the road first. Take it to go. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, take the leg to go. Quark already did you a favor. The bones show.
It's also been lightly roasted. It's roasted, it's been toasted.
It also probably broke some drinks on the bar on its way in, so now it's like soaked in alcohol too.
Yeah.
Got that nice beer battered case.
We just take one of the little barrels and stab it. Oh no!
Well,
Hey, Ty, you haven't eaten, you noticed. At least that you remember. Like, you could have sworn that Quark might have tried to feed you earlier, but you don't think he ever went through with it, at least from what you remember. Man, you're hungry. Maybe, hopefully this doesn't bother you next initiative. Anyways, yeah, so Lavender, you're roughly about the stairs. Basically, you got to, right now, you are right next to, you managed to get forward. You're standing right next to Ty, Beta, who is currently bound, and Jay already left. So you're right next to them.
Wait, I'm next to, I'm still next to Beta and Ty?
Yes.
Ty left, right?
No, no. Ty, I don't think you moved, so, because from what I remember,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
do you want to see you move? Or?
Like she took the move to like try and attack like the one hit she got on it.
yeah.
So that was the
So
first
she was by it, yeah.
first round. And then you They could have moved on the second one when you have monster it.
Yeah.
If you wanted to say that you moved before I say what I.
Yeah, I would say that you like backed up to try the whole monster.
Okay. We'll say right now you're next to Korak, and we'll say right now Lavender can only move up to 30 feet unless you want to dash to where Beta is currently. And Ty, you moved since your first turn. You took 30. You were basically right there. You took 30 feet to move closer to the door, which is fine. You are basically by the door. You're standing next to. In this case, Ty, that would put you right next to Jay, Korak, and obviously Voya and Olsen. Technically, they're all there.
So I still have to decide what I'm doing.
You can
I
either
could,
take
so yeah,
dash.
so I could run. I could only run up to where the bar is with my current movement, right? Unless I
Yes.
dash.
Unless you dash, and dash
Or
would
if I
get you.
jump from where I am.
Or if you jump from where you are, you would be closer. You would be able to use your movement to get there. Although I cannot guarantee. Or you
I'm
not break your leg, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, you know, I sprayed an ankle. You know, it's like it's like a whole 10 feet. I would
Yeah.
roll ankle for sure. Or I could turn into an animal now, and I can't see me do it. Do I want to? Do I want to bite and do I turn into this? You know.
Also, I think Jay just seems like Korak streaming like that. Like, it's like dried in tears down his fucking face because he had ripped his eyes out.
Oh, by the way, Korak's eyes that everyone's seeing in the bar, they're maroon. They
That's probably
they
from
don't.
the blood flow.
Yeah, Korak is basically like it's like working at the fucking Rider of the Apocalypse kind of thing right now.
Yeah, with the laser death gun.
HP 34, not very good. It's nothing.
It's 34 HP and then whatever your HP is.
Yeah, after this. I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm walking down there and trying to take off finish off that leg so it can't follow us. You know,
That's reasonable. Like that, I mean, like that is a reasonable thought.
yeah. Or if I want to just focus on getting out myself, I'm like, if I want to break it, you know, the leg, I feel like ground bear is the way to go.
Yeah. To be fair, technically speaking, Korak can take another shot. And before Voya, before we take off, because right now he's on Voya, and so basically he's moving when Voya moves.
Okay. I guess it would make more sense if, I see you have the laser. Can you shoot it again after so long? Or is there a reload time?
Korak can't use extra attack with it, but he can fire it again. It does have a limited number of shots, but
So that's-
right now it's at 8 out of 10.
Okay.
By the way, at this point, I will say, you probably have half the people trying to run past them.
Okay, yeah. So there's going to be people. So Korak might not be able to get a shot off because people are down.
Okay, I guess in that case, I'm gonna try to disable it while I switch. I'm gonna run down there. Actually, I'm gonna be brown there, so I have 40 feet. I'm gonna do that. Run down there.
Alright.
Then I'm gonna. Can I bite?
You can attack at an advantage.
No.
You can't move and you can't see, so.
Alright, you know. Because it is one of my attacks, you know, biting.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for
chewing and swallowing as well.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Ty's about to do the same fucking thing.
I mean, we don't know that for sure.
Well, we don't know that yet because Ty hasn't taken it.
It doesn't take a lot of damage. Like, my attack here won't do a lot of damage. Unless I can, like, show Laylee my own claws. That'd be interesting.
By the way, correct.
Plus
That's quite
two.
good.
Wait, not plus 2, it was plus 6, sorry. Plus 6. So that would be an additional 4. So, oh, that's not great anymore. I have a second attack with it, with my claws. Not as fun.
Correct, by the way, quick question. Pick a number between 1 through 4.
Uh-oh.
3.
Okay.
That's who's being attacked. There's 4 of us here, man. We don't know who is who.
I mean, it doesn't matter what I guess. Someone's getting into something is happening.
Yep. 20 plus 6 this time. It's 6. 6. It's not a very good thing to hit, but I will try to take off rolling.
Oh yeah. So with a 5.
25, hooray!
Yeah, that does hit. Go ahead. And go ahead and roll damage. Because even with like the specific reduction, because like if you're hitting a specific area, there was obviously going to be a reduction, but because it's 5,
It's a shame that it's the claws I didn't get to chew.
Well, you
Real
get to
terrible.
you get to tear the leg off and then take it with you as an indirect with object action.
2d6 plus not much damage, but it's all good.
go right ahead and move on.
Plus 2 is good? Oopsie.
You said plus
Oh, plus
4.
2. Yeah, I said plus 2, yeah.
Are you tearing it? Are you biting to tear it off? Like what? Or are
No,
you?
the first attack was bite, the second attack was claw.
Oh.
Unfortunate.
Oh,
But
this one.
the claws do more damage, technically. A little 11 damage. Can I break the bone at least?
Yeah, you managed to snap the bone. And, basically, his movement is cut in half. He's now at like he has to treat it as if it's difficult.
Hooray.
Not difficult
Yep.
for anything, but it does cut.
Now, interact with object, take the leg with it, like bite the leg, carry it with you as a bear, and one.
Can I take this with me? How weak does it look? How much is the leg holding on?
It is.
It's a total of what?
It-
29 plus. Or no. Sorry,
It's pretty bad, but it's pissed right now. It looks pissed. Like you can see like there's some clear damage on it. But you can sort of like kind of tell that it doesn't look like with the exception of like 2 attacks. You know what?
40 damage for the long leg.
Lavender, I want you to roll me perception.
Okay. As a
Actually, no,
bear.
roll me insight. Roll me insight.
Inside as a bear?
Insight, you can use your mental stats
Yeah.
as they drew.
Yeah.
You would compare.
As a bear, though, I'm still a bear. Still dirty bear.
You get the bear's physical stats, but you
Yeah.
keep your druid stat, your druid mental
I
stuff.
think mine it was a plus and minus. Going back and forth between my tabs. Insight, you said plus 9, yeah. Can't hide from my eyes. 24.
So with your insight, you can tell that like the shots like technically quote unquote it did take damage from like things like bullet wounds and bolters and like the sword slash, but really only 2 attacks like actually
That
gave
seemed to be lasting.
yeah, that seemed to be genuinely lasting. It was the shot from the laser and when you use your claw to cut because
Yeah.
you know, because your relationship to have probably has a little bit more benefits than, you know, obviously the mention those gave it actual life to it.
Cool. I guess I'm stuck here ripping into it until I eat it. Alright.
Alright, anything else for the laughter?
That's all I can do.
Alrighty. Basically, back to top of initiative. You can, you all notice for an instant, that as you were fighting, you don't hear, like, you can still hear some, like, further away, you can hear some sounds. And it's the same sounds that, you heard, like, Torak, you know for a fact that, you could hear in the distance the sounds from Delta and the laughter that all of like all of Tolsimir's laughter in that one area, but you don't hear anything from Alpha anymore. As nothing happens, at least from what we can tell. But yeah, Dee, it's now your turn.
Something's missing. Ha ha
Hey.
ha.
Good.
Looks like, guys, we gotta go.
There's people running out
The-
of the way.
The thing is like at the corner of the bar near the center, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was clearly blinded and held in place in the
Okay. Hold monster is not affected if it gets injured, correct?
Nope.
Okay.
It's if the caster's injured, so time.
Well, about that.
About that.
I think I might know what Korak's action's gonna have to be if he notices anything.
I mean, it's in the heat of battle.
Uh,
Too many people floating around.
Well,
So-
I mean, another perception check. Or,
Well, you either gotta deal with Ty or you gotta use the weapon. You can't have both.
no, I know, I'm aware.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens after these two.
Yeah.
He hasn't done
Uh,
anything yet, so prioritize that.
I have an idea.
Tipped off.
Quick question. For group, we don't want Ty to take a bite, correct? That is the goal.
Probably not.
Would be
We
not-
want
oh,
to
I don't
escape.
know.
It sounds like Alpha is pretty much about done with the rally of dreads. So, like, we're about to have another one of our ass here. Yeah, we need
Yeah, you guys gotta get out.
Okay.
I'm just making sure he doesn't follow. Yay. Why am I
It-
doing
okay.
scared?
D is going to like run towards the door, and once D is at a spot where there is a clear line between D, is it Delta or Beta?
Beta.
Beta. Between D, Beta, and the
Delta's currently dealing with a bunch of Tolsimir's laughter outside with a bunch of things. And
Okay.
does not have it's Gojo, to be honest.
No, I just couldn't remember which letter it was. Yeah, D is going to move to run towards the door, and once there is a clear line between D, Beta, and the other side of the building, like there is going to be one on D's way out, right?
Yeah.
I thought there was a whole bunch of people swarming it.
There's
to get
people
out.
at the door right now.
Okay.
Because
D-
remember, there's a bunch of civilians that were also here that don't exactly do what you guys do. They have like 4 hit points each.
Yeah.
Except Jay. Jay has a significant amount. Obviously, did 31 damage in the face.
So wait, are you holding an action until it's clear, or are you just trying to find the way through?
Hold on.
Give you the clear line of sight.
Because you have
Clear
one.
line.
That is what I'm wanting to do. D moves like over there so that there's a clear, no one is in between D, Beta, and no one is behind Beta.
Right now, Yeah.
Okay.
Technically speaking. Technically
Is it
speaking.
is it a large creature?
Yeah.
Beta? No?
Beta's large.
Okay, I think I'm also large, but you know.
You guys are
I'm
apparently
on the
like,
side of the stairs. If that's if there's a way for you to
and
walk around that.
basically, you could move that way, but essentially, the all those circles that you would have to cross, this is the line of which all of the people are trying to escape from because they have to come up the stairs.
Okay. Yeah, that was not an exact way. That was just okay.
But I'm letting you know that's where they're.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what you want to do?
Where is my spell list?
Technically, yes. Just gotta be careful before you point that thing. You don't want to accidentally hit civilians, and you don't want to maybe accidentally.
It depends. What is it? I have bear stats. I can tank at least one hit through a bear, but
Acid.
oh no, they're not going to acid.
Yeah.
But I can still try. Or okay.
If it's a line, it should be fine.
Yeah, I was thinking about that is the wrong damn thing. Where's the thing I
Is it
want?
acid splash?
No, Tasha's brew.
Caustic brew.
Yes. Nope. Here.
Oh yeah, it's a range. You can take it. It's a line. So
Yeah.
Find a line.
Yeah.
To ride through it.
yeah, that should be fine.
You won't hit me, right?
No.
Cool.
And basically my idea is cover it in acid, and Ty won't want to bite it.
Well,
Ty is not fine.
Well,
no, it's a
also,
bite.
And also,
Right,
that's probably
that's probably not going to stick. But
I don't think it's gonna
nice
stop it.
try. Honestly, acid might eat away at what's left of his leg.
Yeah.
Lavender already like.
Oh, or
I broke its bones.
But it might, start raiding the fucking piece.
it might start at least hurting his regeneration.
A little bit.
Yeah,
Looking forward to
especially
hearing from-
since it's a it's one that goes over time as long as I have concentration.
Oh, got it. It's damage over time. Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Alright.
Is that what you-
And since this is basically Dee's last attack on it before leaving, I am going to do one third level spell. Or use it as a third level spell, so it's going to be 6d4 instead of 2d4.
Just so you know, there might be other monsters out there.
Yeah, I have enough spells. I have not used any of my spells this entire
Yeah, 'cause we
plot.
don't have to copy them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Dee is going to cast Tasha's Brew and aim it directly at what's left of Beta.
Go ahead and
It actually has to make a dexterity roll, which I believe it cannot do right now.
Can't.
yeah, it automatically fails.
Okay.
Nice.
No. Okay. I believe it's just a straight 64 for this. Yes.
What level are you casting?
Third level. Yeah, it's a first level spell, but I'm casting it at third level, so it's times 3.
Okay.
64. Yay.
Alrighty. I take 7 damage.
Not the best, but not the worst.
That makes Minecraft good.
It's a damage over time.
Yee.
Alrighty.
Especially since he has to use his action to clean the acid off.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Well, we can't do that. For now.
And
Alright.
he's not able to because he's paralyzed.
Yeah. After that, Korak, it's your turn.
Okay, so, layout. So, Jay is by me, Ty is by me.
Now
the-
you're fine. Yeah. He's within like maybe 5, 10 feet of you, but yeah.
Okay, he's within 5-10 feet. Lavender's right at it.
Yes.
I look to those that are around and go, alright, we're leaving this way, and Korak kind of points the direction that, he and Folsom had mapped out.
Yeah.
He looks at Jay and goes, I got 8 left. Do I take another shot or do we
Shoot it in the fucking face!
Sir, yes, sir. And he's going to shoot it in the fucking face.
You have advantage here because it can't move, so go ahead and roll 2d.
Oh my gosh, just shoot it.
Shoot it in the face! Shoot it dead!
Well, Korak shoots it in the face.
Roll damage.
That was 68.
Sir.
Plus anything? Okay. Oh! I forgot something that might be a little important. Technically speaking, with improved Divine Smite, it says weapon attack. It doesn't say what kind of weapon. This is a weapon.
Yeah, in this particular case, I'm gonna say no.
This isn't a conventional.
This is not a convention. Basically, you're trying to put a physical object next to a black hole.
Okay, yeah. So this isn't quite.
Quite the same.
Okay. No, you know what? Okay.
Because it would just basically, you could if you wanted to, but it would sort of just be it.
Yeah. All right. So that's 27 damage.
It permanently takes 27.
That was his attack. Okay. Current situation. So, with Korak's Divine Sense, he probably feels that the dreads have either gone to ground or have been defeated.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't feel the rally, you don't, you basically, you still have the ritual, you still have the sacrifice up, right? Because you did actually stir something up, but
There's no response.
there's no response anymore.
Oh wow. Also feels like those who fell in that.
Yep. Sweet peaks. Alright. Alright, Korak's like, alright, the distraction for Alpha is done. We need to leave.
Let's go. Oh, I guess I'll catch up with you
Lavender,
later.
Lavender, you good?
I'm still trying to gnaw off the leg.
Gotta hurry out of there. We don't and we're trying to keep pace with the civilians.
You'll see him kind of push a ball and kind of wave you to go, you know.
Alright, Korak nods. Basically, I think what movement Korak's going to use, because he can't really do anything about time now that he's used his action. So Korak's going to keep pace with the civilian. I believe Korak told us we would want to keep pace with the civilians so that we can attack them.
At
trying to get out of here. And Korak's like directing them to the quickest way out.
I think they can still move at 30 feet, you know. It's just that they'll probably get exhausted at the end of all of the running after or something. They'll do 30.
Yeah. They will definitely be dashing. Their asses are fucking getting out. So it took you. So basically, it'll take you about 4 turns for them to make it to safety. Because, no, 2 turns. Because you did 100. You did 120 for 2 rounds.
Yes.
Yeah, so that'll take it about 4 turns. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it takes
because
them
they're
about-
running at 60, which is Voya's regular movement. So Voya is now actually not dashing.
Yes.
Cool. Now you have the.
Yeah. Can Korak make a perception check to see if he can tell when Alpha gets nearby?
You can make one right now, but because of the situation of what you're trying to do, plus the intensity of it, given the fact that you're also exhausted, it'll you can still do it, but the DC is gonna be.
That's okay. If I imagine it wouldn't be as bad if I had my action.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because again, you just had to shoot a gun. You had to basically, because a lot of your attention has to be on the gun.
Yes.
Technically, you can do this, but
That's fair. 13.
yeah, with a 13, you're not.
That's okay.
They're looking.
I will know that Korak is kind of trying to keep as aware as he can be when there is.
There's a limit of what you can.
Korak, but Korak will relay to Jay the distraction on Alpha is not. Keep an eye out.
I mean, D's with you now, so you can't be surprised, right?
D can't be surprised.
Yeah, D can't be surprised. So, you can.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't.
D's outside the door though. He can't see you past the door.
Well, it's also not like Korak isn't on alert.
Yeah. Because if Korak and the people are moving, D is still in the 6th spot. If D hasn't moved from that spot, D can't.
Right. Okay.
Korak just kind of
Yeah, we
looks
have
at,
to go up and do that.
Korak kind of looks at D and goes, "You're going to be on the back end. Be ready."
Yeah. That would be Ty. It's your turn now. You pulled back. Oh, actually, speaking of which, so Korak just moved out of the way. He told me another way. But alright. You failed. You try. You know what? Only one
Oh boy.
two. Ty, I need you to take a bite.
Oh god.
No!
Oh no!
Roll me a bite.
That's
attack.
4 HP, man. You have to roll a hit, though.
Yeah.
They're right.
You're rolling right now. You're not rolling with a weapon. You're not attacking with a weapon. But
Not proficient in it.
I
no,
was gonna say this is unarmed strike.
Unarmed.
You mean?
an unarmed. It's essentially an unarmed strike, which technically counts as proficiency.
Really? Okay.
All unarmed strikes.
I thought that was only for like monks.
No, basically regular punch does qualify. That it also does qualify. It's even more brutal for a thing.
So then what do I
Uh,
roll?
Add your basically add it's unarmed strike, but then you add your
Because for me, it's just like a regular unarmed strike would just be a flat 3 damage, but
yeah. So in this particular site, in your Leviathan state, you deal because you're still relatively new to this, you're gonna deal 2d6.
Well, this person's dead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're being knocked out.
No.
No.
Oh wait. But you said
No.
Ty is taking a chunk out of that.
you said 2d6 or 2 what?
Yeah, 2d6 plus 2. So that, like,
Oh yeah, no, that's that's still with the HP. I thought their commoners were 10.
No, the commoner armor class.
Okay.
well, Ty's gonna do fucking therapy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll say D hasn't seen it yet because D and Lavender are currently facing towards the creature.
Yeah, my face was in its sling.
Yeah. But Kai, you are in
Oh no.
you have an ecstasy feeling. You got that first blood. No one was able to stop you because Korak just left, as did Tolsmir. D and Lavender are currently facing a threat, and right now, you're feeling it. You are hungry. You want.
Just go eat this thing right here.
Right, you can take your turn, but you are with the sole intention
Oh boy.
eating, and basically at this point you can still attack with your regular weapon, but you can add basically an extra 2 attacks onto that if you're trying to fight something, anything that's near you. Go ahead and try to make me. You've been slightly satiated, so these will just go down a little bit. So you now have to beat 8.
So she just killed a person.
Yes, correct.
And now she's gonna.
Yes.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, I thought you had moved out of the way.
Yeah,
Around
you
there.
did. You moved
Yeah,
30
but-
feet away from line of sight.
Yeah. But, like, it's not like Cardinus.
You hear a chomping sound, you don't know what was going on.
Yeah, everyone's
Yeah,
screaming.
but it, like, 2 plus 2 still equals 4.
But you don't see it though.
You hear a chomp, you don't know what it is, and there was no sound at all. So, you know,
People are rushing out.
yeah. You know she chomped it, but you don't quite know. In either case, Ty, go ahead and make your turn. You are essentially, you're not in the sense of like, oh, I just killed a person. You are basically like, you're high, essentially. You're like, wow, that was amazing. This is amazing. Like, you are in that mode. Basically, any attack that you make, with your strength doubles, and you get advantage if you try to fight. Regular attacks with your sword is still as normal, but if you're trying to go for the bite, you double, you get advantage. Well, there's technically 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, does she have any, like, conception of, like, what a good target would be like? Because, well, obviously she's lost control of her own situation, so.
Say for this instance, you have a little bit right now. You have to try and attack. So you have a little bit of semi-control, so you still know what is the immediate like,
I'm going to be stomp on this creature.
Then I would say I'd like her to
I'm
go in
currently-
that
you know how-
direction then.
You know how a piece of candy looks so much more appetizing when someone else is reaching for it.
Yeah,
You know,
actually-
same thing like, oh, you know, you see someone else eating food, oh, that seems good. You know, I'm currently chomping on it. Like, I think that's a good indicator.
Actually, I have a question for Ty. What is Ty's like vision right now? Is it like Pyro from TF2, or are we, or is it more like, is it more like the Matrix type of thing? Do you know what the TF2 like Pyro view is?
yeah.
That or the Matrix? Basically, how would you describe it?
I don't know. I'm just still like trying to get a handle on her power. I mean, like for right now, it's like to me anyway. It's like okay, she's kind of like it's not Ty right now. Not
Yeah.
entirely.
It's Ty on drugs.
Because she wouldn't be flashing out at innocent people. She would be focusing on just the immediate threat.
She is no longer Tine, she is Heine.
He is hungry right now.
But yeah, I guess then I would say I'd like her to attack the major threats. Try and nom that, please.
Go ahead and attack in a major threat.
That would just be my regular attack roll then.
You can make two. So essentially, you can make up to 4 attacks. 2 of them are bites. 2 of them are your regular attacks.
Okay.
Strength doubles, and then bite attacks have advantage.
Okay, those are her 2 regular attacks, 18, 17.
Okay.
And then, are we still using unarmed strike for the bites?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, obviously.
And, well, one of the bites is.
Yes, 1 bite first. Go ahead and roll me damage. I will describe it like this because I forgot it actually had this. It does have.
Like bonus action, sprinkle some salt.
Yeah, I know. It had legendary resistance. So we'll say for the purposes of this interesting encounter that it managed to use the last second, but as Tai to free itself, so it's like temporarily no longer blinded as Tai is walking over to it. But that's the very last thing it sees as Tai comes in to try and finish the job. Tai, how'd you want to do it? Go ahead and share with us how you want to. Because the first two strikes did a fair amount of damage, but the last strike was what finished off this fight.
Because I think like the approach would like emphasize that it's like this isn't fully Tai, like she's lost control again. There's just like something off about her movements, like the way she's like using her sword, and like it's not like with her normal poise or like the flair, the extra stuff that she usually does, like even without thinking. But now it's just like it's just like you're saying, like anger.
She's less like
Anger. She's just like you're hungry. Just less of a sword college bard and more just like angry, hungry animal. It's like feral. She's gone feral.
Full unstealing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just you look at her and you're like, that's something is wrong. That is wrong. That's not of this plane.
You can see that the second it breaks free, it seems you're actually not running at it. You're walking at it, and like basically, Lavender immediately notices something is off because she can feel the air tense with deep emotion. Lavender can feel like everyone can, like Dee can feel the deep emotion emanating off this thing, off of what's going on. Usually you would feel it because of dreads, but these things aren't dreads. But immediately there's a lot of dread-based energy seeping out of this thing because it's feeling. You can see as Tai moves in, this thing basically breaks free from its from both spells as it tries to hammer down with all of its fists, like trying to thing, and when that doesn't work, you get really close to it, kind of cut into its chest in a big X mark. And your sword is thin, as are you. You don't really have power behind, like normal power behind it, but you cut deep in this thing. Like the gash wounds stun it for a second. Even though technically speaking, those gash wounds shouldn't hurt it, or at least not long term. It got scared enough to where it acted as if it did hurt it. As basically everyone can see in the room that as Tai continues to walk forward towards this thing, it decides, through this, I'm gonna burn you all to death. And it was gonna use its fire attack that it did before that attacked you all earlier. But before it even got a chance to, Tai jumps at it, biting down hard on its head, and basically taking a chunk of it. And the creature falls over on its back. As Tai basically stands there in a sort of flurry of emotions of her own, but more like a weird sense of, but on the outside it looks like she has a weird sense of control. Whatever is going on the inside is different from what's happening.
And now it's Jay's turn.
Yeah, Jay is just kind of standing in amusement, sort of shocked at this point. He's just kind of like,
Yeah, man, hurry, what are you doing? Slack jaw.
basically, he's gonna try and he's like freaking out, but he sees the person, and he immediately runs over to them and starts to try to patch them up. maybe
I mean, do I feel death in the room?
you feel it approaching.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sets him off. I'm like,
Yeah. You basically turn because something is calling you. It hasn't quite reached that point yet. There is a threshold right now that is being close to you. Obviously, you've seen a lot. You felt a lot more of it because outside there was a shit ton of death and friends.
yeah,
But
firm. They are all dead.
those guys are done. But there's another one right behind you that is rapid.
Okay.
Ty is currently standing the thing. Temporarily, just for Lavender, Ty, and D, you are free from combat at the moment. You, it's sort of,
I mean, I will stay there, and like now that I see it's gone completely, and I've made the. I think just to be safe, I'm going to rip its head off.
yeah. You do that pretty easily as a bear.
Yeah, thanks. Its wings. Rawrs.
Yeah,
And I'm not hurt, so I don't need food anymore.
yeah.
I mean, keep the head. We can use speak with dead on it later.
I guess, sure. I mean, I'll just, I will, maybe as a warning to the others, I'll keep it in my mouth.
Hey, there we go. Keep away.
That's a little. As I,
Yeah. At this point, I would say that after having her fill, Ty, you sort of come back down from your psychosis.
Can I also look to see where I feel the approach of death?
It's right behind you where the individual who got bit into is. So
Okay.
they're not dead yet, but they are like approaching. If someone
Okay,
is
yeah, they're bleeding out. They got a chunk taken out of them. Probably
Alright.
that's where Ty uses it.
So,
I don't know. Where would you reach? Shoulder? Okay, neck.
Yeah, it's
Probably not.
Yeah.
Short.
Yeah. Okay, you get
More
like the
like-
big shoulder meat.
Yeah, it's probably, I would say, because basically she turns them as they were trying to run out, and she bit into the lower deltoid behind their, just under their, like, shoulder blade.
uh, quick question. I was honestly not paying complete attention. Did we just
yeah.
watch Ty eat the majority of Beta?
No, they basically made it easy to remove the head.
Okay. But
They basically put the front part of the thing that attacked the top.
Ty did bite Beta, correct?
Yes.
Does Ty need to take acid damage?
Did you sponsor with acid? I
Maybe.
didn't know.
Yeah, did
Wait,
you get the acid?
Leviathans can kind of eat whatever without consequence.
Okay.
No, the acid damage, technically that's true.
Because it was covered in acid.
Yeah, Ty, go ahead. Actually, Ty ran into it, so she does take the damage. What was it? Yeah, go ahead and roll the acid damage.
Okay.
60, 40.
Ty, you take 15 acid damage, and obviously adjust if you have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Basically, in your psychosis, you were not comfortable. You did not mind. But yeah, you're sort of just standing. Last you remember, you got hungry, and then you're waking back up right above. You're standing above the monster as the bear moves on. You sort of come to as know that thing that those scenes in the movie were like you can like you hear like a flat like buzzing sound as you're
Oh yeah,
hearing
when an explosion happens, or like
yeah
Mhm.
yeah and you can hear
or
your
like
own
the what's it called, discombobulated.
yeah and
Yes.
you can sort of hear in the background someone yelling. That's Jay right now as he's like trying to you know
Civilian
Equalize it.
sound.
yeah
Yeah, Ty's like looking at the bear and she like slowly turns around, look everything else, just like
Question: is Korak still in combat technically?
you're still technically they're all still in combat but I'm taking a few seconds to sort of have them process.
Uh,
So at this moment, it is still technically possible to save this person.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
I
D,
don't have healing as bear.
D,
Korak does.
yeah, D also has healing.
No, do you want to do it? I am preoccupied with ensuring it's dead for sure.
Okay, just real quick. D is healing a person, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Uh, would a healing potion work, or would it have to be cure wounds?
It's fine either way. Again, they're not like
We're trying to get back to 4 HP, so like.
Just to be safe in case we have to fight a bunch more, D is going to grab the healing potion that Jason gave them and administer it to the person.
you can see that the wound after like along with like the bloody like thing that the person had in the back of the shoulder sort of closed back up although the person is still inside.
But not dead.
No, you can
Okay.
after you can sense the feeling of like life, basically being strong again, and whatever happens with this person, they like whatever death that was approaching them quickly left.
Uh,
They're good. Go. I mean, I can't say anything. I go, "Rrr," and I go.
head, bear head nod. So, in that case, yeah,
Maybe
D.
have Ty right on you. Maybe have Ty right on you.
Sure. I will kind of try to motion for us to go out. So I have the bear. I think it's fine with the mouth. Give you
D.
guys a thumbs up for the person that is no longer dying.
Yeah. D is going to pick up said knocked out person who is no longer dying and carry them out because there is low likelihood of them waking up before the battle is done.
That being said, what do you want to do with the rest of it? You're just taking the head?
Yeah, I don't know what else to do with the rest of it. I mean, looks dead. It appears to be. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna take the head with me. And yep.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn, Lavender?
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and go towards the door. And
Yeah.
maybe usher more people out. Now that
Well-
I know the person's fine. Maybe
Yeah.
just check in on Ty. See how she's doing with it.
Yeah. That being said, as you guys leave this area, we're gonna go head back to top initiative. You guys are running towards something. Korak, you and the rest of the party, you and Tosmir are on the horse with a bunch of people that are trying to run as fast as you can from the thing.
They run faster as bear. I will run.
Yeah, in the front of you, you see, Alpha again. She's sort of like standing in front of you, as you can see that she's like pretty decently, like she did not get out of that unscathed, but she's like still having her bright smile. Like, oh dearie, you sure caused me some trouble today, haven't you?
So far, you've deserved it.
Perhaps. So why don't I recommend a trade?
Depends on what type of trade you're talking about.
From what I can tell, a majority of you were dealing with my colleague, if I am not mistaken. She basically was like, the big one, right? The big one, correct? Large, bulky, looks like a dog.
Yeah. He was really hard to miss.
Yes. But I can also tell that the toy is not doing so well.
Quite possibly.
Let me take the rest of him, and I'll let you go.
The rest of him referring to the pup.
That's correct.
To Beta? I mean, I'm still there, but
But yes, that is correct.
Is Jay like? Well, actually, we are kind of just reading his body.
Because she doesn't know that Beta is dead yet. But she assumes that in order to get past Beta, you had to do a significant amount of damage. And either way, whether you killed Beta or you injured Beta or like restrained Beta enough to where she can get a hold of it, that for her is
oh, she wants to eat Beta. I swallowed the head. Just kidding. We were just gonna leave it there,
Is
but I feel like I can't see anything right
out of curiosity, is Jay reacting to this at all?
he's genuinely contemplating because right now there is currently 20 people that he is trying to protect. He knows that this is bad. That it's a bad idea. It's a really bad idea. Alpha with Beta's powers is not a good combination. Because Alpha is incredibly intelligent. Beta didn't know what Beta was doing with his powers. But to give that to Alpha could be a problematic line. Except Alpha just Alpha can see that it fought a bunch, and he doesn't know whether or not we can fight this thing without collateral damage.
Because the way the initiative is called, Alpha's at the top,
Correct.
which means it's going to be Korak and everybody else.
Yes.
And then whatever person it might or might not be.
Correct.
And this is happening at the edge, right? Like over like
but also Alpha has fingernails.
Right. Has range, has fingers,
So imagine if Alpha has 6 arms.
yeah.
But he basically
Because the party is with us, right?
the party's with you, but so is
Everyone is together. We have to decide whether or not we are going to let Alpha go or if we're going to claim Alpha.
Okay.
Alpha is like you might kill Alpha. That's fine. That's fine. But Alpha will definitely take some people with you. You basically right now you're in an escort part of the mission, right? Technically
Yes.
you could choose violence and you will probably win. But because right now Alpha themselves are you don't quite know it, but Alpha's running like half capacity themselves. But they're more than willing to take out innocent people because they don't have the same morality.
Ty's kind of shell-shocked.
Yes, a bit.
I would imagine. She's making an offer.
Consider-
So either deal with this problem now, but innocent people get caught in the way, or peaceful, or have a
We'll
problem.
have a harder problem.
Yes.
Here's another thing to consider. Korak's oath and Korak's general upbringing would probably tell him that the innocent lives are more than having to avoid an offensive fight. Would that be about right?
Yeah.
Korak kind of looks at Jay and kind of looks at the other civilians. One of them has already been knocked out because of.
You don't know.
Well, has already been knocked out. He doesn't know how yet. I think he kind of locks eyes with Jay and kind of like looks towards the civilians and goes,
Hello, Mr. Chicken.
"They think we got everything on board. Just deal with it."
You can see Jay ponder this exact question. You know, with your mindset as a warrior and a protector, but you can see Jay's hand like sort of basically grip the handle of his gun of his rifle tighter, as you can see sort of like through gritted teeth that he works with you. He's like,
I hate it. Fine.
excellent.
One thing I would like to say, everybody gets to get out.
That was the deal, correct?
Just making
What
sure.
about Delta?
Delta is, again, my esteemed colleague. Currently, as I hear, that Delta is dealing with the Fae, if I'm to be correct.
Yeah.
Delta and I will stay here. I am obviously not one of you, but I am not unreasonable.
No? That's the deal. He is still, if I'm correct, he should still be in the inn.
Excellent.
Oh my god, the cat.
Yes.
While it is unfortunate to have to let go of such prized possessions, such as you yourselves and Jason, but I will take Beta. I will take the so-called Beta as a suitable replacement.
Out of curiosity, may I ask you, what may we refer to you as?
You can sort of hear her chuckle. We You're good. We are being itself. But if you had to know what our master calls us, we are outlaws. whether or not you know what to do with that information is on you.
Well, I thank you for putting that forward.
Now is that all?
I'm gonna look at this. I believe so.
I do hope our next meeting is as entertaining as this one has been.
Hopefully, with some way. Sure.
Well,
What good is it to bother people that have zero chance of doing anything?
simply because we can.
That must be very annoying.
Everything is free. You enjoy all that. I bid you all.
Farewell.
You can see she's walking past you, and she basically takes a look over to Lavender and Ty, and sees, that makes a lot more sense. As she continues to walk past them. You saved lives.
Korak will get to the edge, and then Korak will call the Fae. Well, Tolsimir will call the Fae over. The deal was everyone, so I imagine everyone left in the city
Yes.
is with us, and we will open the way forward.
Well, you opened the way forward. You managed to save people. There was roughly,
Only the people that were in the tavern or something, right?
yeah, but the deal is that Alpha would have Delta leave you guys alone in exchange for Vane's body. In addition, to allow anyone who wants to leave. Basically, it's a couple. It takes you you only got the 20 people out immediately, but it took you a while. It took basically the rest of the day for you guys to go around to gather everyone else. Yeah. Who is like a combatant to manage to escape. The Fae managed to light the way, so that way they used their lights. They were able to help since they appreciate to help guide everyone.
Of course.
And you can hear them giggling, but this is the first time everyone else has heard it. Yeah, everyone else basically gets to hear the laughter of Lavender, as Lavender smiles with you and is like, yeah.
Lavender and Tolsimir.
Oh, sorry, not Lavender, Tolsimir.
Yeah.
Basically turns to you guys. Yeah, basically Tolsimir looks at you guys like, yeah, I'm an idiot. It's like, if you ever need us again, don't be afraid to call.
Happy number?
Got it? I was kind of wondering. I don't know if it's for something real or what it is. So I guess this time, if Tolsimir wants to make a treaty and stuff.
Well, it'll have to be something of equal interest.
Yeah, like the ability to see period.
Well, they have to agree to it.
Yeah, something we can do. But that's a better question.
With that, I'll say that combat is over.
Everyone's
Kinda
outside of the fog.
Once everyone's outside the fog, everything's said and done, you just see Cora go to a tree and just do it.
If I had to say, roughly, it's like 1 a.m. by the time you're able to get everyone.
How many people were out in the town?
Roughly 200 people. But to be fair, 99% of it was drugs anyways. These 200 were...
Those are all dead.
Yeah, well, not good. So, whatever dreads were in town at the time. So roughly about 200 people you managed to take out. This was a city of about 200,000 people. So it's like heavily reduced.
Yeah, they got the first wave, the first
get a sense that there's some like divine power behind it, sort of in agreement with you. Like, yeah, it sucks, but that was probably the best decision. Um, Currently, basically, everyone is exhausted, everyone is tired, and you all sort of fall over to the ground at this point. The people around them are sort of relieved and also just like kind of a little bit shell shocked. They're kind of like, wow, what the hell just happened to us? Sort of vibe going down. And
Rescue.
yeah, they just were like, they were sort of stunned themselves. Because this was like technically speaking, this was for them like a 3-month siege. It just wasn't anything like they've ever experienced before. Because obviously they didn't even know what their city was until it happened. And the monsters started to fight back, and oh, this is normal. What is everyone doing? It's currently 1 a.m.
In Dee's case, they have not gotten a proper rest since they entered that place. So I'd say Dee suggests they all go to sleep.
Yeah, Kim, like, kind of looks over to Jay and goes, is there a nearby spot where we can try to set up an encampment or something?
Yeah, here you can see him fall over to the ground. He just
Alright, that sounds good.
you can
I
see
had to
blood.
rip my fucking eyes out. It sucked.
Yeah, you can just sort of hear him muttering as he falls into the ground. Let's check on other people. Muse. Let's talk about that for a second. How is she holding?
Not great. She's just kind of staring at the ceiling.
You mean the sky?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
Sky's good.
ceiling, sky, same difference.
wherever. Yes, that is how bad she's just.
It's in the stars, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Lavender, what about you? How are you holding up? Everyone else is sort of like going to trying to figure it out because they're also all exhausted. Because
Are we all
even
just like outside of the town, or did the people kind of like, as we were blasted holes, I guess, or maybe not blasted, we blasted one of the. We only used one more charge at the end there since we made that deal.
well, you used one to get these 20 out, but to continuously like get everyone else out to properly run around, you basically had to use the rest of the dice to get it, to make sure you get these people safe to safety, because you weren't able to gather them all at once, because there was an interval of time of like, so we had to make sure that
We didn't just like gather everyone in the people who came from the area and then blasted through.
yeah.
Why? So inefficient, but okay.
Well, it's hard to march like 200 plus people through, like, an increasing number of people through a city.
Yes.
Practically speaking, McDonald's sells like a billion Big Macs a year, but like if I go to the local McDonald's and ask for 3 million burgers, it's not going to go well for me. Or even 200 burgers would be like messed up.
Okay, well, Lavender's probably. I kind of picture him not really taking the news of all the dread. I mean, he felt it happen. Dying there, just trying to buy them time. Hello, cat. So lovely. He'll probably be like, even though relative to Lavender didn't take too much on. So he would probably check in on the people and also like give some funeral rites to the ones who passed. been noticed. Yeah,
You
lighting
just-
some incense and
We'll say for
like
this.
giving them saying a few words. Hmm?
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, just like lighting some incense, saying a few words, and like making sure everyone's okay.
I'd say, yeah. After you've done that, everyone's sort of settled down. All stuff like that. It has a very active cat.
Yeah, she has lots of thoughts all the time. Isn't it, Cookie?
He's so cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, your character's traumatized.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was Zai's cat for a second.
Wow.
No, that's my cat.
Oh, damn.
It's not
Well,
mine.
This
yeah.
is Cookie.
That's
Cookie,
okay.
say hi. Yeah. Look at him go.
Oh, how cute. Yeah, my cat is very meow, but not. Yeah, not meow.
There's lots of
Um,
meals. Yeah.
Basically, as everyone is sleeping and getting the rest, Lavender, you feel a nudge in your shadow, and as your shadow starts to turn, you're familiar with this unit before. You know someone's
Yeah.
calling.
Ring, ring, ring. Little.
Yeah. You can see your shadow turn. It gets enlarged. Even under the moonlight, you can sort of see it's in the shape of like a death knight. And it sort of questions you. Basically, CGN question asks you directly. Lavender. Please, what happened? What happened? We lost communication with you for some time. We were still able to
Oh.
send you some aid, but I don't understand what happened. Because the basic message.
I'll tell them like the creatures about Beta and Yana and how they couldn't technically die until they came around, both himself and Ty.
You also
Uh,
being outlined.
Yeah, I was like, oh, do you know anything about this? Like, I knew what we were from them. I don't remember the whole lore that we found out about this, so for Lavender would, because I think it only happened in a day, right?
Yeah, it happened. This basically from the time you fought against the angel to right now, it has been a whole day.
Yeah. So like, he would still remember. I don't.
Basically, they adapt really, really quickly, and the fact is that they made a trade to allow the people to leave in exchange for the body of their comrade Beta.
Yeah. We don't know like their end goal, why they even did all this.
Correct. They don't.
I'm about to. Well, actually, I don't think I have access to speak the dead. Do I?
Did you eat the head?
No, I still have it. I was kind of joking like, why would I need it? I want to see if they'll recall.
Technically speaking, the iris does things when by the ability to use spells that aren't normally in your class. So, like, technically
Okay,
speaking,
because we'll find one and buy it.
you could get Speak with Dead or a scroll of Speak with Dead. I would imagine the iris would be able to help in some
Yeah,
Also-
but you're not here talking with Sig. Sig?
No, yeah. Korak is currently asleep.
He's asleep. I just scored.
Okay.
Yeah, Lavender explains that to him, and Stygian, the Stygian guillotine, you can sort of see that his hand raises under his chin. Well, you can only see so much because it's your shadow kind of which you kind of guess where his hand is.
Yeah.
Outlines, he said. I've never heard of a creature like that. You said what were they made of again?
Flesh and bone? What do you mean?
names? Alpha, Beta,
no.
Gamma.
No, they Alpha, Beta, Gamma is what you don't call them. But they when when Alpha was making the deal, Karin asked what they were, and
Is it outlines?
Outline responded with, "We are creatures of creation itself. We are referred to as outlines. But our master calls us outlines."
Yeah.
Yeah. So Guillotine is relatively concerned by that. So that, no, that can't be. There's only,
Do you know them?
huh?
Oh, he just asked, like, do you know anything about them?
No, but you said they were made for creation itself. That is not possible, from what I understand. The primordial force, the thing that spawns all things, cannot create something like that on your own means. It doesn't make any sense.
What kind of means would it need?
It has the place of beginnings, the thing that spawns all things. It does have some level of sentience, but it does not have an ego. It doesn't have the capacity. Something has to intentionally lay their hand in the process. It's very rare for something like that to spawn, but if 4 of them came out as quickly as you had mentioned, there was no possible way that was going to be. I'll continue to look into this. Thank you for your.
One of them just got a lot stronger.
Whatever the case be, Lavender, I trust that you can take care of it. I have faith.
Great, I guess there's another cyclist.
No,
Well, we were killed. I hold up the head and I'm like, hey, will this help in any way? Do you need like listen a little bit to figure out what you need?
we are dead, Lavender. It doesn't matter for us. I don't think I have the capacity.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I wish we had someone smart who could study this.
And unfortunately, all of our Reapers are preoccupied right now.
For what?
Death. Everything died.
Right. Of course. Yeah, I forgot. Busy 95,000 years.
Try 24/7. But keep us updated on anything else you find. But hopefully, you're able to get back on track with finding that Eva.
Got it. Alright. Well, thanks, sir.
I appreciate you.
I'm tired.
You can sort of see you can sort of see the shadow nod at you as the thing fades away. It's sort of at this point, you guys wake up about a few hours later. It's like I would say it's about 10 at this point. You guys are freaking exhausted. As was everyone else. Disturbed. Some people stayed awake throughout the night just because they probably are having stress about the whole situation. But they're basically trying to figure out what to do next because their whole lives have just been uprooted. You can also see towards the side of you where the fog was has completely disappeared. The fog is no longer there, while the city sort of kind of remains there weird and eerie silence. You can still feel traces of dread here and there, but it's not like it was before. It's sort of innate there. And that morning, basically, you sort of. Would you say you're sort of keeping to yourself right now?
Yeah.
I think at this point, Jay walks over to you, and he can sort of see you. You're sort of in like the tree line, because even as a fae, and as a because elves are basically. So I don't know, you're close. Jay sort of sits right next to you, and he can sort of see you keeping to yourself. He's not trying to like really sit immediately next to you. He's sort of giving you your space a little bit, and you can sort of tell if he's going to you. He just sits there for a moment. He kind of keeps it quiet. If you want to say something, I think that would be fine. But you can sort of see Jay's not pressing anything.
Well, she just doesn't really know what to say. Just kind of, I guess, disappointed in herself, because, like, I mean, like, he explained this to her and she thought she got it, and she still lost it.
Ty, do you know what a cupid is? I mean, really?
No.
We are. History will tell us that of the 14 great interpreters, everyone had their chosen master. Whereas we Cupids had many masters. For a large part of our lives, we pests. Not even worth considering. In fact, anytime seen or considered something like an animal, something to. But the truth of the matter is, in reality, we don't have multiple masters. We are creatures made of emotion. We are not like cousins. Creatures of desire. My desire, in particular, is hunger, gluttony, eating. Bothered me for a large part of my life. Let's just say I screwed up a few times trying to fix it. I'm not doing this stuff. I know that your friends still care about you. I know that you're feeling right. Just wanted to let you know. Not easy. That feeling right now, it's better than nothing. You can sort of see him like basically tapping his fists together. Like he takes his like top hand and like taps on the top of his other fist, trying to get it. I really only know machines. Like, have a hard time. I don't know exactly how to help you. If you want,
that does help. If you're saying that. Thanks.
No one blames you. It's just gotta do. We all gotta fight.
Yes. And it is good to know you're reminded I'm not by myself anymore.
Yeah. Just you know, I just didn't want you to put yourself. I want you to know that you
Thank you.
Anyways, you know, gotta figure out what we're gonna do. And maybe I'll call someone because the entire city disappeared. Thanks for seeing my
Anytime.
You can sort of see him stand up, start walking back to the group. You can, he turns back to you just for a second. You lock eyes with him as he's not, walk away. That being said, is there anything else anyone else would like to do? Because you guys are waking up at the moment.
I think when Korak wakes up, he kind of like initially like goes to like a nearby river or a nearby river might be kind of wash like at least wash the flat the blood the dried blood off his face.
Yeah. That stayed there because you fell asleep.
Yeah. So like he kind of does that. And he kind of looks into the bloody water. And he's kind of like. I think he feels overall pretty good about being able to get out as many people as they need to, given how dire the situation is. He knows that there's going to be a bigger fight later, but it's gonna. That just means he's gonna have to get a little stronger, doesn't it? But I imagine at some point he was probably told about what happened at the time.
Probably. Well,
You know what? I think he'll go to Jason when he sees Jake. Like when he returns to the group, sees Jason talking to the time. He like hangs away, not wanting to interrupt, and he kind of looks at me and goes, "What happened?"
it's not my business. If you do want to know, that is something for her to say to you at the appropriate time. She is
Probably best to go about that.
probably.
Alright.
In the meantime, you can sort of see someone come up to. Basically, they can sort of see some people, but they're basically all sort of. They're yes, they've survived somehow, but at the same time, they're like, what do we do now? Because we can't exactly run the city with a key. This was a place that had hundreds of thousands of people. Down to basically triple digits is not exactly viable. Yeah.
Well, technically, there's another looks like small population.
Jay turns
I don't actually. Corey's not actually saying that. That's Swartz saying it. But that was a joke. I don't actually know what he's saying.
Trish, what would Dee be doing?
I honestly don't know. I have reached my limit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I've just been here zoning out very much so.
Well, Lavender, is there anything else you would like to do before we end off the session for the night?
Not currently. We would just pick up in the morning, right?
Yeah, we were picking up in the morning.
Yeah, I think whatever I would think to do, we'll do. I think that might just happen. Okay.
Okay. Then with that being said, I think I'm gonna end the session here tonight.
Okay. That was really fun.
We made it.
Yeah, we win. Kind of.
I mean, at least the person that attacked him only died.
Oh yeah, she'd be even more messed up.
I thought
Yeah,
the
well,
bird was really good.
when I made you make that roll, and because it was only that moment when Swarm mentioned, oh yeah, the people. I'm like, oh fuck, the people are awesome. I was like, well, good
You know,
luck,
before
everyone.
I was actually thinking, like, if there was only the 20 people from the tech in the it that we needed to get out, I was thinking, like, okay, part of the way, once we got out of here a bit of Alpha, I'm like, I gotta go back and get him.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta go. But, like, if we have to evacuate one person, I think I used to deal with the people.
Yeah.
Otherwise, once those 20 people are
yeah.
out,
It's like with the 25 AC and like probably way better mental stats to resist anything we can do to slow it down. Like switching the Fae on him would have had Delta on our asses.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have ended well.
But I am very honestly, my heart was racing at the same time when I realized, uh-oh, that's a commoner. Commoners don't have a lot going for them.
of course,
Oh my god. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like the having Cora being able to rally the dread at least that one time felt pretty good.
they're all dead though.
They are. It kind of sucks, but
Hey, but it gave you some time.
it gave us the time we needed,
I
honestly.
can't believe they didn't last longer than. How many was that? That was 3 rounds.
That was 2 to 3 rounds.
Not
Yes.
longer than 18 seconds.
Because remember, unlike you guys who were making it very clear to not see them, the Dreads were like, fuck it, we ball.
Oh my god.
It's kind of on them for not going with any kind of strategy.
Yeah,
You
they
said
kinda-
go fight them. They're like, yeah. And they died.
Yeah, and then, because here's the thing, Alpha was quickly gaining ground on them, because that extra exploding fireball that Korax saw in the distance, that was from Alpha. First fireball that shot at it was from a Dread, and then Alpha saw that and was like, bet. So, that happened.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it was gonna be worth the possibility of losing a bunch more life just for that chance.
Yeah.
Especially not with Korak's background.
I had a couple ways this could go. This was not immediately one of them, but I was like, yep, might as well.
I mean, I wasn't expecting us to do as well as we did.
Yeah. Actually, that blindness hold monster combo was really cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was
Yeah. I'm so
What
sorry.
combo?
I traumatized Ty, and I did not mean to do that.
I come in late and
Sorry. Forgive me.
And you know what, Ty? It's only the start of the trauma.
Oh, definitely.
But at the very least, we can have a discussion in a sec of what you want to do.
Well, I want to do that, but my phone's gonna die.
No, we don't have to do it right now. But
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I should be free tomorrow. Hit me up and we'll do something. Because holy shit, I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, what did I just do?
Why'd you make her do it? You could have had her, I don't know.
Either target somebody
Look at me, I'm
guy or
fine.
rush forward and target the person who's closer. But
Yeah.
this is
I felt extraordinary. I was like, I didn't want to. In my head at the time when I was thinking this, I'm like, God, I hope she hits. Because originally the 4 people that was going to be hit was Boya, Tolsimir, Korak, and D. But then we discussed, oh, that's right, people are going by, and then Korak and Tolsimir had left. So the 2 options was essentially D, J, and like 6 people, and unfortunately, the chart that I had down, I had J and D as the last 2, and not the first 2. So my eyes just shot wide. I'm like, oh no. No.
well, I mean, the kindness on your part was having them not be immediately dead.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah, because I was like, yep, there we go. You know, we can still, because I wanted to play into it, because I'm like, I want to make sure that they know, like, I wanted to make sure you guys know that, yeah, bad things can still happen. But at the same time, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, but like forcing a player to kill a new PC without like much input would be a bit much.
It's a lot, yeah, it'd be a lot. Because initially my intention was to attack the new player, but obviously you guys
Yeah.
So,
I just imagine like Ty biting on the Korak's finger and she, like he's just holding it up and she's just dangling from it.
yeah.
She's like, ow! God damn it, Ty.
Yeah, I was hoping that was gonna be the case, and then Korak's like, by the way, we're with Boya, we're going. I'm like, oh shit.
Well, yeah, the idea was, the civilians are moving. I thought Alpha was on his way to kick our asses. So I wanted us to be able to kind of be the in-between for that.
Initially, yes, that was, but then you bound it.
Yeah.
They definitely.
They put work in, and like that was really good. Like I will say, Korak definitely felt a bit of power. Like that to him that felt good. Wasn't
Hey.
it?
Go
Was
ahead.
it?
I actually gotta go, so I'm ending the recording here.
Okay.
All right.
Night, Trish.
Night.